Now, get ready for the hottest podcast coming out of Dallas, Texas, with Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki. Stars talking Cowboys. Let's go!
Yo, here we go again, back up on the scene. Stars talking Cowboys, you know what I mean. The podcast repping everything with silver and blue. Keeping it real, that's what they do. Let me tell you about the crew. Sean Fox spitting facts, K Boogie's giving game. Nikki's got the stats, so of course she covers everything. It's showtime, so let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking Cowboys, yeah, you know what time it is.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back, brother.
Yeah, I had to take some personal time, gotta refresh the mind. You refresh the mind, everything else follow suit.
Yes, sir.
So
feel you on that, my brother. Feel you on that.
Yeah, it's between work and football and just family stuff. Yeah, I had to get away from for life just a minute.
Yeah, I know.
Even got off the grid.
Sometimes it's good to get off the grid, man. I understand.
But guess what?
What's up?
I'm back.
Like you never left, bro. Like you never left.
So with that being said, is this not the Cowboys team that we've been looking for?
Man, listen, man. It's about time. It's about time. You know what's funny? I wanted a 50 burger. We was watching the game. You know what I'm saying? With Jerome and everybody. It was like 250 people was watching the game. We was online, and I'm like, yo, I want a 50 burger. I want a 50 burger. Because we needed a statement game like this to show, the NFL that, hey, we're a top 5 team as well. So what, we had some hiccups here and there, but we're a top 5 team. So that's what I wanted, man. I wanted that 50, though. I really did. I wanted that 50. I did, but hey, we had it. But, it was a penalty when Turpin had that touchdown. But hey, you know what? In the first half, the first couple of minutes of the game, it was a little unsettling because the O-line couldn't block them. Thank God for that penalty. Thank God. And from that penalty, we just seemed to get in the groove after that. That penalty was major, man. Sean, you froze? Uh-oh. Let me text Sean. I guess we're having some technical difficulties. What's up, Nat? What's going on out there? What's up, fellow Cowboy fans? Hopefully you guys are in good spirits this evening. You guys are getting ready for Sunday's game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I can't wait. All these Eagle fans I know here in New York, New Jersey, and also Philly, they chirping in my ear. They telling me what they're going to do to us, this and that. I'm ready. I said, you know what? You want the smoke? I want the smoke. Let's get it on. The only bad thing is we're not playing. But other than that, I'm ready for the smoke. I'm ready for this game. We just had a great win against basically, the Rams. And the Eagles barely beat the Commanders. And I watched that game too online. The Commanders, man, I don't know why they been double covered. Basically, A.J. Brown, why are you singling with a cornerback that weighs 175 pounds? I don't understand. Crazy. I don't know. But anyway, where's everybody at? I can't see any comments. I don't know where anybody is. Yo, where's my people? Let me text them and see what's going on. Can't keep the lovely fans waiting. I'll be right. There we go. What's up, Sean?
What's up, man? Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there.
It's all good.
So yeah, I heard the last comment I heard was you said that we need to show what we could do. You know,
We do. We did. I mean, you don't understand. There was a lot of actual sports announcers and whatever talking trash. Oh, this is going to be a close game. This is going to be a 3-point game, and I'm taking a point spread at 6.5 points. I'm like, are you serious? I said, are you really serious? You think that we're that bad? This is going to be a close game? Man, we need to blow out the Rams. We really did. We need to beat them. We need to show people what we're capable of. You know, I'm glad CeeDee Lamb had a great game. Dak had a good game. You know, the interception in the red zone wasn't his. It was a tip ball. So hey, I'm happy. We should, but I just wanted that 50 though. I wanted that 50 bird. But I guess we got to save some for the Eagles, because I want that smoke too. What's up, Nick? What's your shopping?
Hey, yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Well, you know, the thing that surprised, I ain't gonna use the word surprise. The thing that, and I swear I believe that somebody is taking our information that we talk about on these shows and leaking them to somebody. Yeah, because I saw motions. I saw them going downfield. I didn't see, you know, the usual route combinations. You know, everything, all the conservative stuff that we were doing at the beginning of the year, all that was thrown out the window, you know. And the offense opened up. We didn't look predictable. We didn't look scared. We didn't look like we looked like a team that was on the mission. And I'm not one of those Cowboy fans that get overly hyped over a win or get too devastated by a loss. The only time I really get devastated by a loss is if I knew that we played hard and we lost the game, but what we played hard losing it. Not losing the game, and then it's, you know, and we gave up a game because we make stupid penalties like the Randy Gregory penalties of a couple of years ago and stuff like that.
2021. Yes,
so,
sir.
So it's Keystone Cowboy said they moved CD around Sunday because Bradbury can't stick him. Well, they moved CD Lamb around a lot, you know.
Yes, they did.
So John says, Jeep says we should look good because, you know, we were coming off a bye week. I mean, we should. I mean, that's the purpose of buys, to get back and regroup. But like I said, you know, earlier, I definitely think that, you know, Mike McCarthy got off his high horse, and this old Texas Coast offense crap wasn't working. You know what I mean? Let's just call it what it is.
Right.
You know,
we got the best wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Not giving them the ball on a consistent basis. I couldn't understand that either. You got CeeDee Lamb, for crying out loud, and you don't want to give him the ball? Like, what are we doing here? And then you got Cooks over here, you're not giving him the ball either? So I'm like, something's not right. Do you trust that in the offense? Are you trying to just like try different things to see if it works? What are you doing? So hopefully we figured it out.
The only thing that I could think of with the week before, and even though we won that game, maybe they were trying to showcase Gallup for something, because there's no reason why we should have thrown the ball to him 10 times and only threw the Cooks, 2 or 3 times. That game plan is just not it. Gallup is only going to give you 2 routes. He's going to give you a 9 jump ball route or a slant. You know, he's I don't know if his injury is gotten to him, but his comeback routes aren't as crisp as they used to be. So we're not getting a lot out of Gallup. So why, I get what CD was saying. You look at all the other top-rated wide receivers in the league, they're getting the ball thrown to them, 12, 13, 14, 15 times a game. So, why not? If we want to try to make him a number one receiver, then we need to treat him like one. But it opened up the offense for everybody.
Yes, it does. Especially Cooks. Cooks going to eat. Hey, Jake State Farm. That seam route was open the last 2 games and we missed it. And I'm so glad when we ran that same play and Jake from State Farm caught that touchdown. I said it's been open the last couple of weeks. We just haven't completed the pass. And if Jake can do that on a consistent basis, it's going to open up the offense even more. especially hopefully a running game. Keep the safeties out the box.
What you got going on, Nick?
It's daylight, whatever she is.
In these Texas streets. No. No, just clowning. Picking up some stuff. What's going on? What y'all talking about? The game Sunday?
Yeah, we're talking about the game. You know, what did you see that was different in that game from the previous games that, you know, we saw, you know, from the previous games early in the year?
For starter, I see Mike McCarthy trust that with getting the ball down the field. I think somebody had some conversation somewhere or another, and they said, "Hey, this conservative stuff is not working. We got to get this ball down the field. We got 2 caliber receivers. You went out and you got Cooks for a reason. You got to use them. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got to use them. I don't know why they keep trying to feeding the ball to Gallup. Gallup is not dead this year. Gallup has regressed since his injury. It's balls that I've seen Gallup used to get up and catch. He don't do that. No, he's not doing that. So I don't know if it's a mental thing going on with Gallup because of his injury. Every time he go up to get a ball, he's afraid he's gonna hurt himself again, or what. But that's not what's up. Moving into this schedule, we need exactly what we seen Sunday. Going down the field, using our tight ends, and letting Dak get the ball to our receivers. Play calling was better. Play calling was different. I didn't see some of the same plays over and over again, back to back. I seen mixed plays being mixed up. I didn't see the same thing. First down, second down, I didn't see the same stuff. So whatever game plan it looked like they actually studied film. Like he really studied film this time. He really went in the film room and dissected what he can do to the Rams, and he found the weak spots of the Rams. Because even with Stafford in the game, we were still killing them. I think everybody was locked in. The bye week seemed like the bye week did justice for them. It seemed like everybody came in focused. They was locked in. Special teams did their thing. Defense did their thing. Offense did their thing. So when you have all 3 phases of the game doing what they supposed to do, these are the type of games you're going to get, and these are the type of games that we're going to win when everyone is locked in. Not just the players, but the coaches as well. And it seems like they were all locked in.
So, you know, I'm with you on everything that you said, Nikki. You know, this is probably the most complete team win that we've had in a long time. You can't say that it was just the defense. You can't just say it was just the offense. You can't say it was, you know, we lucked out on this game. The whole team seemed like they played like they had a fire up under their ass to do something. And I'm glad that I expected them to beat the Rams. I just wasn't expecting them to because the Rams have played everybody pretty much tough this year.
Right.
And I want everybody, you know, I'm not saying everybody on this that's listening to us right here. Hopefully this will get to some of those naysayers. But they need to quit this shit with, y'all ain't played nobody. It was just the Rams.
Playing nobody. Right.
You know, come on now. We got to get over there. Give credit where credit is due.
Right.
You know,
the Eagles played the same team and they struggled. With all the firepower they have, they struggled. So that's the thing. That's the only thing that pisses me off is that when he come to us, like Keyshawn Johnson, it was the Rams. But Keyshawn, that's not what you said Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on the show. That ain't what you said. Matthew Stafford always come to Dallas, and he always played Dallas hard because that's his hometown. That's where he grew up at. That's where he played football at. All his family gonna be there. He coming there to show out. And mostly, Matthew Stafford does play us hard, and he does give us a hard game sometimes. So that is true. When he was with the Lions, he played us. He always played us hard, and a couple of times he played them since he been with the Rams, and that's true. But don't downplay it. Now that the score was what it was at the end of the game, now you want to come on here and you want to downplay it, and you want to say, "Oh, it was just the Rams." And as much as I can't stand Joy, even she had to tell them on she was like, "Y'all not gonna sit up here and say that it was just." I'm not gonna sit up here and say. She was like, because at the end of the day, the Eagles played the Rams and they struggled with them. She said at some point you have to give Dallas credit. If they did exactly what they were supposed to do with a team to that nature. I don't know what's going on with Keyshawn. He done flipped. Like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. His lips so damn black. Maybe he's smoking them Cools and Newports. I don't know.
It's the money. It's the money. It's the California weather and the money.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's scripted. They gotta have some. They gotta have some type of argument on there to be able to say that, so they could bring in viewers. We want to see what Keyshawn is saying, just like old fake ass Bart Scott, whatever his name
right
is.
Bart Scott.
Yeah.
Bart Scott.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right now. I don't even want to get into that early. That negativity today.
I tune them out, to be honest with you. I tune them out. I started tuning them out because they don't really have anything positive to say about us, and we don't need affirmation anyway. So I tune them out.
Right.
I'm like, just take care of business on the field, let them talk, because that's what they get paid to do, is talk. Right? They're gonna say something negative because it's the Cowboys. You say anything positive or negative about the Cowboys, you're gonna have viewership. So it's like, I don't need affirmation from anybody. We just gotta take care of shit on the field. Excuse my French. We just gotta take care of business on the field, and the rest will basically take care of itself. Because that's what they get paid for. That's what they get paid to talk negatively about the Cowboys. It is what it is. That's why every 5 minutes of that throw interception, oh my God, that's the worst thing since sliced bread. I'm like,
the world ended. Yep. But if you could get Stephen A to sit up there and give credit, if you could get Stephen A to sit up there and say, you know what, I can't even go bad on Dallas today. He's like, I can't do it. He's like, as bad as y'all want me to, he said, I can't do it. He said, I cannot do it. I can't do it to the team, and I can't do it to Dak. He said, I don't care that it was just the Rams. He said, they bowed out. I was like, okay, if Stephen A. Smith could say this, I know the rest of y'all clowns got to be on something else. But, it is what it is. It's annoying, but, I mean, it is what it is. Cowboys moved, we moved the needle. If they don't have nothing to talk about with the Cowboys, because it doesn't, like, every show they do, they will think of something to bring up to have a topic about the Dallas Cowboys. Every show they do. Like, we don't have nothing going on, but they gonna think of something just to bring up something to have a discussion about the Dallas Cowboys. They saw Dak outside with his big toe out. Anything. Just to have a conversation.
Well, his new girlfriend. That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah. And then they put the wrong girlfriend picture up. Like, you ain't even with that girl no more. Y'all just be doing stuff. Y'all just be doing shit. Like, that ain't even the right girl. Like, okay, whatever. But anyway, moving on. We got the W. We got a needed W. We stepped on the field. We showed what we needed to do. If we can get this type of team here on out, we can get that type of play from Dak here on out. We own the something.
We just got to travel. We play good at home.
We got to travel. We play real good at home, but we have to do it on the road. We have to do it on the road. Road games matter because we might not be in a position that we have home field advantage. We might not be in that position. We might have to go play in some cold weather. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time now to get mentally ready for it. Need you to be physically ready for it, and you need to be mentally ready for it. Because this is the part of the schedule now that's coming down to everything. Sunday is a big game, so they need to be ready.
I know we ready. They better be ready because we ready. We've been ready.
We better be.
Jeff been talking. Wayne's been talking. All the Philadelphia Eagle fans been talking.
Yeah,
So all the thing that I ask for is that we go out here and we smash his mouth. We play. They smack us in the mouth. We smack them back. We don't lay down like we did against the 49ers. We got to be physical against the Eagles.
Right.
It's on the road. It's going to be a hostile environment, and we have to play physical football on Sunday. We have to. If we don't, they're going to walk all over us. You smack me, I'm going to smack you back. I'm going to let you know we here. It may be time to take a penalty just to show them that, hey, we here. We're not going nowhere. Somebody may have to take one of them penalties that we talked about, Foxy. Hey, I'm going to get a 15, but I'm going to let them know when we here today, this is going to be a dog fight. They might have to do it. Don't do nothing dirty. Just take one. Just take one. Because I'm telling you, Philly's ready. We got to be ready. Because I'm ready. You ready. Nikki ready. Everybody ready.
Oh, yeah. 3:30 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. I'm cutting phones off. I might be in a room in the dark with my own liquor and my own TV because this game is a game.
I'll be in a sports bar. We'll be in a sports bar in White Plains watching it with some other Eagle and Cowboy fans. Because somebody called us out. And I'm like, you know what? I'll beat it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of your Eagle fans talking. I'll beat it. 4:30. I wanted them to flex the game, actually. So we play on Sunday night. But the Bills against the Bengals, I'm like, come on, are you serious?
Well, you know why they doing that game Sunday night is because that's the return of Hamlin, where everything happened at. So it's like that's why they doing it like that with that game. And then the
Eagles though,
played early.
Cowboys though.
Right, but they didn't have another game to switch it out with. They didn't have another big game to switch it out with Fox.
I know. Prime time, though. I love the lights, man. Playing in the lights is great. Prime time on Sunday night after all the other games and all the shows go off. Cowboys and Eagles.
You know what? I'm cool with the 4:15 slot. Because if we was to play that game and it didn't go my way, then I'm gonna be up half the night, and I'm gonna be pissed off at work the next morning. So I'd rather get the excitement, and even if we win, I'll be so excited that I'm not gonna go to sleep. You know, so I'd rather get that 4:15 slot. But as Jeep said, they're gonna flex. We're gonna get flexed. I guarantee you, we're definitely gonna get flexed later on in the season. This right here, and then you got to also realize too, even though that Sunday night game is a big game, this Cowboys Eagle is going to be prime time Sunday. I guarantee you, unless you are in another team's market, and I don't even know who's playing at that 4:00 slot on the other teams. I'll look and see what other teams are playing on that slot. It's going to be a national televised game.
Ooh, we got two good teams, two good offenses, defenses. You know, it's gonna come down to which team actually has the ball in the last 5 minutes and doesn't turn the ball over. That's one thing. We cannot turn the ball over. And Pollard, please don't run scared. See, that's why I wanted Jerry Jones to go out and get a power back, even though I don't think they would be able to play Sunday. But Pollard cannot run scared. I would throw a wrinkle in. I would put Rico. Let Rico start the game out. Let's see what happens. Because he's going to pass protection. Because I'm telling you, Rico finishes all his runs and he runs with power. We can't have Pollard out there running scared like he did against the 49ers. Can't have that. Cannot have that. So I would throw Rico out there or, 40 ounce. Let 40 ounce get some carries or whatever because the Eagles are going to try to be really physical because our offensive line is a little banged up.
So I'm gonna tell you another reason why I feel like that this game is This is definitely going to be a nationally televised game. You know, the other two games are on at this time slot. Giants, Raiders, and Colts, Panthers.
Come on, nobody's gonna watch those games. Forget it.
There's nobody else that's gonna watch those. Yeah.
Nah, it's done. It's done.
So that 4:25 prime time, that 4:25 slot is going to be a nationally televised game, except for in Oakland, or well, not Oakland, except for in Vegas and Carolina, and it's only going to be on immediate. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Nah, this is it.
Daryl said both of them should be blacked out.
They should be. They should be. This the Cowboys and Eagles. Cowboys and Eagles. Two teams that really don't like each other. And we have a history. We have a history that goes back a long time. I don't know, man. I'm ready. Is Jeff coming on the show tonight?
I was just about to say, I hope that our resident Cowboys hater would show up later on. Obviously, this is a kid's holiday, so he's out trick or treating with his son. So we'll see them. Hopefully, we'll see him in a little bit. Kelly said they should put them two shows on PBS, the public broadcasting system.
Yo, does anybody even watch PBS?
It's gonna be a good game, man. It's gonna be a good game. I can't wait.
So we've had a couple of comments on, and I didn't put them up. Well, I put one of them up. Free agency. It wasn't a lot of movement in free agency this
Oh, you talking about the trade deadline? They talking about the trade
Yeah.
deadline?
Yeah.
It was more than I thought. We didn't do anything.
Well, when have we ever really done anything? And if we have, the last splash move that I think that we had was with Coop.
Yeah. But you see the 49ers getting better with Chase Young. It's like, wait a minute, what are we doing? All I wanted was a power back, though. All I wanted was a power back and some offensive linemen, maybe.
But what has Chase Young really done?
He got 6.5 sacks this year, though. He's been better because he's been injured, but he's been better. But him and Bosa played together at Ohio State. And I'm saying to myself, you putting them on bookends again? With Hargraves in the middle?
Didn't San Francisco also sign Randy Gregory?
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They have Randy Gregory as well. They couldn't. Hey, did you watch the 49er game this weekend when they played the Bengals? They could not really. They put pressure on the Bengals, but Joe Burrows was eating them up, and he was running. So I mean, hey, they lost 3 in a row. They had to do something.
Yeah, Daryl, I definitely think that was a solid move. That gives them two decent, two nice receivers. But we'll see. So what you say we tripping about?
I know what because of the running game. Because of the running game and the O-line. That's what he's saying. We tripping. I know what he's saying because he wanted us to get a power back because against a team like Philadelphia, they physical up front, so you need a power back, and then the O-line. That's all. That's why he's saying he was a little upset because he wanted Henry. He really did want Henry.
Well, I knew Henry wasn't coming to Dallas. That's something that I knew wasn't going to happen.
James Conner too. Even though he won't play for a couple of weeks, but I like James Conner's energy, and he's a powerful back, and he plays with a lot of emotion. I love that. What's up, Dave? Not next week, brother. No. Why Eagles fly? Oh my God. He said they're gonna blitz us like crazy because of the O-line. Gilly. Yeah, Gilly's not as fast, but see, this is the thing. I think he's gonna have to take AJ Brown now, because Bland's gonna have to take Smith, because Gilly can't take Smith because he's too quick. See, I was not gonna say nothing about Simi. See there, Cooley. God bless you, Cooley. Thank you. They're not
gonna let you live that Simi down.
But we can't find James Washington anywhere. But they talking about Simi. We talking about Simi, man. We talking about Simi. Oh Lord. 6 in the box, drop 5.
Yeah. But I'm not thinking Philly's secondary hasn't been all that great though.
Did you see him against the Redskins?
Yeah.
I watched that game too. I was watching the game and the Cowboy game at the same time. And let me tell you something. There was wide receivers open all day in that secondary, all day. We just have to give that some time. There was wide receivers and tight ends open all day. They made Howard look like he was an all-pro this weekend.
So it said it just got buried. Yeah, so safety-wise, but, if we spread the ball out, I am concerned about the run game, the power run game. I am semi-concerned about that. But if Dowdy, if he runs hard, I think we'll be okay.
Rico, let 40 ounce run the rock sometimes too. We got to give Philadelphia's defense a different look because they're going to be looking to see what we're going to do differently. And hopefully Jake from State Farm has a really effective game against their linebackers.
Well, I think one of the biggest things for us is that Jalen had a little small knee injury, and I hope he's doing okay. But if we can make sure that we keep him in the pocket and don't let him get loose running, I think that we'll be able to compete with the Eagles. I'm not going to sit up here and say that, that this is not going to – I think this is going to be a very good game. I don't think there's going to be a blowout on either side. I think it's going to be a very good game. And I definitely think that the Cowboys are going to be juiced for this game.
Yeah, they better be juiced because it takes some of mine, and I'm ready. That's what I'm saying. Rico finishes his runs, and he's really physical. That's why I would throw a little wrinkle and maybe start him and have Pollard come off the bench. Because Pollard is averaging 3.5 yards a carry right now? Because Philadelphia's probably going to defer and kick off to us anyway. I don't think they're going to have the ball first. No, they're going to have to move the pocket. I think the Cowboys are best when they move the pocket when Dak is actually scrambling. They got to do some different plays against Philadelphia. They have to do something. You can't put actually Dak, just keep him in the pocket against Philly. You're going to have to move him around a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I can't see us not moving the pocket or Dak not using his legs to help us not, if he doesn't do those two things, we're going to struggle.
Yeah,
I got to give Philly, their due. Their D line is no joke. And if they can get to us, it's going to be a long day for us, especially if Nicky's favorite left tackle is not playing.
Oh man, but they said he could have played. If it was like a playoff game or Super Bowl, they said he could have played. They were just holding him out. Those Stingers, though, I don't know. Stingers, woo. I don't know. See, that's why Betty. That if we had a power back, sometimes a power back can run through tackles, where the offensive line could just hold their blocks. That's it. They don't have to.
I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear this shit. That he could have played, should have played, would have played, or none of this. He should have had his ass. He should have had his ass out there. He should have been out there. He missed enough dang on games the last couple of seasons to not be out there. He should be out there. They pissed me off when they put the camera on him on the sideline. Baby, we don't need to see him. He always standing there. Now I need to see him. He always standing over there.
I still remember the game where he dressed and they put him on the sideline. He looked like he was pissed off standing there.
That's the Cardinal game. That's when we lost to the Cardinals.
That was the Cardinals game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always standing there. Okay, you ain't that mad. Your ass didn't tell him you wanted to play.
Yeah, Steve is right though. We got to run the ball. We have to run the ball effectively against them. If we can run the ball, we'd be fine.
So has Smith became your new Anthony Brown this year, Nikki?
Oh shit!
Stop. Nah, nobody can never become Anthony Brown.
Not AB, Lord, not the AB. Ooh wee.
No.
Oh man.
I like Tyron. Tyron has been great for us. He has done some wonderful things for us, but it gets a little. I understand injuries happen. I understand that his body has taken the hits and all of this. I know, but it just gets a little annoying because it seems like every time we really need him is when he's not available. And even if he plays Sunday, I just feel like he's going to go 1, 2, 3 plays, and then they're going to have to say, oh, he Tyron in the tent. Tyron in the blue. He out here on the sideline in the blue tent. You know, it just gets annoying. And I think it's because also Dak depends on him, you know. So, but they figured it out Sunday, you know, after him getting sacked immediately. I think that's when I got real annoyed when he got sacked immediately. That's when I just really got annoyed with Tyron Smith. You know, and he's still one of the best left tackles in the game when he's healthy. But that's the problem. He's not healthy. He's never healthy when we need him. I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know how Jerry is with the players he drafts. If he draft you, he keep you until you walking out of there and about in a wheelchair. You got to go and tell him no. You got to tell him no. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is for this next season, but I hope since we didn't do nothing for trade deadline, because there really wasn't no O-lineman out there to really say give up everything for, or give up this for to get. I hope this is the first thing that's on their list for the draft next year. It has to be addressed. Tyron should have been replaced 4 years ago. But it has to be addressed. We can't continue to do this.
You're going to have to pray. We're going to have to pray because we need him this weekend. We're going to need him against Philadelphia. We're going to need him.
We need him. We definitely need him this weekend. So then I kind of said, well, maybe it makes sense to hold him out against the Rams because we definitely going to need him next week. So maybe it makes sense to do that. But I don't know. It's just annoying. It has gotten very, very annoying. Like, how you just get hurt standing on the sideline at practice?
You got a stinger. That's the thing. DeMarcus Wade used to have stingers as well. So when that's the worst. That's the worst thing. Those are worse. I know. They are the worst things. They nag. They never go away. So I don't know. Pray. We'll just pray and hope that he show up Sunday and he can play a whole game. I'm starting to feel like Steele came back too early because I looked at that game with Steele. I looked at Steele on that first sack and that second sack, and I just like, Steele, what you doing? It's like he just moved out the way, like he was scared to get touched. I was like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be blocking for that. What are you doing? So I don't know. I feel like he came back too early. You know, I don't know. That's why I wanted O-line. I know everybody else was saying running back, you know, but I wanted O-line because our O-line is banged up. It's not where it needs to be. And I just feel like we could have definitely used the help on that line, especially for depth on that line, especially with the boy. What's his name? I can't never say his name. Either Muga. Chuba, whatever his name is, especially with him being hurt now, you know. So I just felt like we could have done something to get help on that O-line. Running back wasn't that big of a deal for me. I get it. But everybody's saying about a bruiser back, I get it. But I feel like we got a fullback. We need to utilize Lupe more. We need to put him in the game more. We need to use him more. So I feel like we could have justified not getting a running back, but I feel like we should have did something on the O-line.
Well,
Wasn't nothing out there.
Yeah. I was excited for Pollard to have the opportunity to step up, but at the same time, over the years he's been Zeke's backup, and of course he's going to have a better yard per average per yard average than Zeke because he was a change pace back, and most of the time, especially when you're backing up a bruising back, you're going to have the quicker back is going to get more yards because they're going to hit the holes quicker than the actual bruising back was. But I feel like that once we get into the December and January weather, that either our O-line is going to be more physical or we're going to get more physical at the running back position. So we're going to have to do something with this running game. It's McCarthy and Schottenheimer, they're going to have to figure it out. But we're not going to be able, once we get up against those teams that have a very good secondary, you're going to have to rely on your running game. And that's what scares me.
I wanted us to take a flyer on Leonard Fournette, put him on the practice squad like Buffalo did. But we didn't do that because we had 2 spots open on the practice squad. That would have been a good move too. While they get in shape, put him on the practice squad. But they didn't do it.
Well, like somebody said earlier, Jerry's going to be Jerry. I don't know if his ego, I don't know if it's if Jerry was really serious when he said that if somebody wants to make a trade, they got to call me. I don't know if he was serious about that, but 4:00 Eastern Standard Time today, Cowboys, we didn't get anything.
Dry. It was dry. I was looking at my phone TV. I'm like, wow. I was crossing my fingers. I'm like, oh, we're not getting anybody right now. It's too late.
Yeah. So what else? What impressed you about this weekend? Any of the other NFTs impressed you this weekend?
Any other teams? Like in the NFC or just general?
Just in general.
The Bengals.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Bengals. I didn't think they was gonna go to actually, San Francisco and beat the 49ers because I picked the 49ers on my pool and I lost. The Bengals came out there, they smashed them. They played smash mouth football. Joe Burrow was in rhythm with his wide receivers, and they ran the ball effectively. And their defense was playing smash mouth. The defense played really physical. And when you go up against teams like 49ers and the Eagles, your defense has to be physical against them. And that's one thing that when I saw the Bengals play, I said, yo, that might be the best team actually in the AFC right now, the Bengals. Because they can beat you any different way, multiple ways.
Well, I think that San Francisco got a little taste of what we go through. The arrow was pointed at their back, and teams started going after them. It's 3 straight they done lost after they beat us. So.
But you know what, though? We left a lot of meat on that bone, that 49ers game. And I have a feeling that some of the other coordinators saw what we were doing and didn't capitalize on it, and they doing it. Because we left a lot of meat on the bone. I don't know what was going on, but if you look at some of the replays, I'm like, yo, Dak, he was open. CD was here. What? I'm like, what's going on? And then the defense was so aggressive that they used our aggression against us. So those other coordinators probably was looking at that like, we could take advantage of the 49ers, and they've been doing it for the last 3 weeks. We just didn't. Nah, man, the best team in the AFC to me, complete team is Bengals. I like the Bengals. Miami is more explosive than anybody else because they play the Chiefs in Germany this weekend. But I'm telling you, the Bengals actually can beat you different ways. Miami, if they're not outscoring you, how they going to beat you? That's the thing with the Dolphins. That's the thing. So I think the Bengals, to me, are the best team in the AFC. That's just me. Them in Jacksonville. Jacksonville's good, too. Jacksonville's good.
So he said they ain't the best in their division.
Baltimore's better than them? He's saying Baltimore? We're going to find out. Don't forget the Bengals are a second half team. We're going to find out pretty soon. We're going to find out.
So we got the matchups coming up this Sunday. There's some pretty good games on there. When I looked at my sheet, my sheet for the pool this weekend, there's some games that I'm like, I don't know who's gonna win this game.
Yeah, I saw that too. The 1 o'clock games are really good. Some of the 1 o'clock games are good. And the Thursday night game too. Tennessee and Pittsburgh, that's a good game too.
Yeah, that's gonna be two smash mouth teams. But I think that, I'm still, I don't think that Tom was gonna let that young guy throw all over him like he did last week.
Yeah, but they still have Henry. Henry's still been effective. I don't know what the weather's gonna be like on Thursday night, but I don't know.
Where's the game at?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm picking actually Tennessee that game anyway, I think. Pittsburgh's too up and down. And Kenny Pickett is hurt. He said he's going to play, but he's playing hurt.
Yeah, so we got, obviously, they got the Chiefs and Dolphins. That's going to be a real good game. And that's that early game. I might have to wake up for that one.
Yeah, they're in Germany, that game.
And then Ravens and Seahawks. That's going to be a good game. Hell, let's see here.
Green Bay and the Rams, too. Houston and Tampa Bay.
Basically, the only game I'm worried about is the Cowboys. Hopefully, our boys will play like they did on Sunday. Yeah, I'm not worried about the other game. I just, like the fact that I can wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning and pretty much watch football for 14 hours if I wanted to. That's my only thing about this Sunday is that it's gonna be a lot of good games. Like I said, that first game's gonna be good. There's a couple 1 o'clock games that's gonna be good. And then, of course, our game. Then the Sunday night game, so.
Yeah. It's going to be 65 degrees in Philadelphia, too, on Sunday. 65. And sunny.
Sunny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's perfect. That's perfect football weather.
Man, we need Dez Bryant as our cheerleader that day. He need to come out and run out. I wish we was in college to come out, run out, and give us some of that emotion, man. If Dez could do that. That's what we need. We need Dez out there in that game because Dez will want all the smoke. I wish we could.
So speaking of college, Ohio State now number 1 in the country over Georgia.
Because they had a tougher schedule. But you know what? It's funny. Ohio State and Michigan are going to actually cancel themselves out, right?
Yeah, of course.
I just don't know who's better because I've been watching a lot of SEC and like Pac-10 because of Colorado, but Washington is really good, and so is Oregon. Ohio State has a really good defense, though. Their offense may not have been as potent as like we used to see, but their defense is really legit. Really legit this year. So Ohio State wins is going to be because of their defense, not because of their offense.
Who y'all talking about?
Ohio State, Michigan. Ohio State and Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah, we decided to talk about a little college football right now. And it looks like they are after Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's after him. First
he made somebody mad.
Yeah. First he was in trouble, then he was out of trouble. Now the ball boys. Now he getting.
Now the ball boys in trouble. Now they say the ball boys were stealing signals. God dang. Somebody want him gone.
This is probably his last year in Michigan, too. Oh, yeah. At least Wayne Charles is in the building. I see you on Sunday, bro.
Resident Cowboy hater.
Mr. Eagle. Fly, Eagle, fly, huh?
I don't even say that phrase. I can't say that phrase.
Oh, Lord. Listen, hey, come Sunday, boy.
It's gonna be better.
Jim Harbaugh.
I'm gonna have to tell Jeff. I'm noticing a trend with him. When Eagles lose, he don't show up. He always come up.
You took a treat out there.
I know I'm messing with him, but tonight it's time to talk about the matchup. They've been yelling since week 1. They want the Cowboys. Here we are. Y'all on the clock. We on the clock. And that night he gotta take the kids trick or treat. Last time they lost, he ain't show up. He had to go serve the country.
Oh, you talking about when they lost the Super Bowl? Yo, we didn't see him for like 3-4 months.
We ain't seen him for a minute. He ain't come back to the season started. He ain't come back to the season started.
Christy, I thought you was a Colts fan. I know you live in Florida now, but you done turned into a Miami fan.
But yeah, that was a good game with the Bengals and the Niners. Joe Beers like he didn't got healthy. You could see him healthy now.
Oh yeah, we confident. Yes, we confident. Why wouldn't we be confident? We got a quarterback that's 8-3 versus the Eagles right now. 8-3. Why wouldn't we be confident?
We don't play like we played against the 49ers. Yeah, I agree with that, John. Long as we don't come out there looking like we did against the 49ers. And you know what? I hate to lose to the Eagles. I don't want to lose to the Eagles, but I take a loss if they gave me a full effort. If they did everything they're supposed to do in their game and they showed up and they fought to the very, very end of their game, I can take that. But if we come out and play like we played against the 49ers, that's just so unacceptable. That's just very unacceptable. So
I think they're ready.
I hope they.
I think they're ready.
I hope they focused. I hope they ready. I hope they studying. Hope my McCarthy got it ready. I hope Quinn understand and realize he cannot leave AJ out there alone by himself, because Gilmore don't have that speed like he used to anymore. You're gonna have to have somebody on top to help him out back there. So I just hope that we come ready. I'm not buying the Jalen Neal thing. So like all the other fans, I'm not buying that story. I'm not buying it. There's something wrong with his knee and all that. I'm not buying it. Wrap it up, get a shot, and come on the field. Simple as that. You got paid to show up. You got paid to play on the field. Every time it's time to play deck, it's a problem. No, we're not doing that one. So put a knee brace on, get a cortisone shot in it, and bring your ass on the field.
You better take some yoga and all that too. I don't want to hear nothing.
I don't want to hear nothing. We're gonna meet your ass at the 50-yard line. Simple as that.
So isn't Jalen Carter still hurt? He's still hurt.
Yeah, they said something about Jalen Carter and what's that other boy name they got? Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Is Jordan Davis over there? Yeah, something about both of them. Him, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Hurts. I don't care. Bring your ass on out there. I don't give a damn.
Oh man, yeah, because I don't
care.
Excuses now.
Ain't nobody giving no sympathy. Nope, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Come out there.
Put some honey on his knee.
What kind of honey you talking about?
He's trying to make fun. He's trying to make fun of Dex. Dex say don't poke the bear. Put some honey on him. He's trying to make fun of Dex.
Hey, Dak said put honey all over him. Poke the bear. He don't care. They gonna come after him regardless.
Yeah, they gonna come out, and he right. Tell Jalen to call Deshaun for his massage therapist to come do his knee.
Oh shoot!
Oh man!
And speaking of Deshaun Watson, that's a big issue. That's a topic, behind the scenes topic, that folks is kind of raising morale about that. You know, of course, Browns paid him that ton of money, guaranteed. He said he didn't want to play for the Browns, but then when they did what they did with with the contract, you know, of course, he ended up there, and that's another topic they talking about, saying like, how do y'all feel about it? Y'all feel, you know, how do y'all feel about it? Like,
is he hurt though?
And they
He's
say
playing hurt.
They say he could have played, but he said he wasn't playing. He told me he wasn't playing. They say he could have played.
So
he told him he wasn't playing.
I got mixed emotions about it. When you're paying somebody that type of money, you're expecting them to give, give effort. If somebody of that stature says that he can't play, I tend to lean towards the side of the player. If he can't play, he can't play. If you say you can't play, you can't play. I don't know his toughness, but as John said here, if it's going to affect his throwing, then no, he needs to, he needs to sit out.
His rotator cuff though. It's his rotator cuff. So.
Yeah, something with his shoulder or something. They said.
Yeah,
right.
So if it's especially if it's his rotator cuff, so what happened is you think that it's fine, and you're throwing the ball and so forth, but if you just have that one angle, that one angle, it's going to cause you so much pain. And so no.
And it's guaranteed. He's the only player that has a fully guaranteed contract. So you have to be careful with him. And I think a lot of people are upset because when he has a guaranteed contract and they say, so why he's not playing? I'm like, well, damn, it's not his fault. His agent was brilliant. If he's hurt, he's hurt. You want him for the long term anyway. Why play him right now anyway if he's hurt? Especially with a rotator cuff. That's like a baseball injury. You got to be really careful with those type of injuries.
Right. I get it. But then I guess the flip side of it is like, okay, but you can't help if you get hurt.
Yeah, hell, I wouldn't get paid for football, but if I couldn't, but I wanted to play. And if I was hurt, I was hurt. Even the times I was hurt, I remember one time I had sprained my ankle real bad, and I iced it and electric massaged it and did everything I possibly could, and thought I was doing good. Dressed that Saturday and got out there in the field and tried to cut, and the pain just shot through my ankle, and I couldn't go. I thought that I could play, but when I just couldn't go. So, and I wasn't getting paid. So just imagine these guys were getting paid. I think people got to understand that. We sit here and we commentate. I'm not gonna say commentate. We report and we give our opinions about these football players, but they're human just like we are. I see a lot of people, a lot of fans talking negative about Devontae Adams. That man,
I'm not gonna nothing to say about him.
That man wants to win. He didn't sign up to go to Vegas to go through the shit that he's going through right now. He wanted to go out there.
He in a bad spot.
Yeah.
He went to go play with his best friend. His best friend
He went to go play with his best friend.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
he went to go play with his best friend.
Is traded. Now what? He's stuck in a no-win situation.
So it's kind of like they lied to him. You know what I'm saying? Because him playing with his best friend was the bait to get him there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Besides the money, but him playing with his best friend was the ultimate bait to get him there. You got we got Carr here. You got your best friend here. Blah blah blah. Cool. Just besides the money. So I mean,
make a Taco Bell commercial.
Yeah, right. Got Taco Bell in the house.
Wayne. This Eagle fan, he just wants us to say something.
He wants some smoke.
Yeah.
He said, "How y'all stopping Brown?" We already talked about that. So you need to be on the show. You need to be on time next time.
We're gonna put. You know what?
We could double Brown too. We could double Brown.
But I'm not putting a Gilly on him, though. I would love to put Gilly.
Not unless we put Hook over the top.
But I don't know. It depends.
I think you're going to have to have a play on top. Yeah.
You're going to have to have him on the top. Hooker,
you have to have somebody over the
know
top.
your assignments. Please, Hooker, know your assignments. Please.
Yeah, that's the one be pissing me off. Between him and Lewis, them two right there been pissing me off. They've been pissing me off, especially looking at Lewis twice, 2 games in a row. He been pissing me off. And Hooker too. He always late to something. I say, oh Lord, here we go.
Slow. He's always a step too slow for me.
Here we go. Jalen Smith number 2. Jalen Smith 2.0.
He's taking bad angles. That's what I've been seeing.
Jalen Smith 2.0.
I think that Quinn has his safeties playing
2.0.
Yeah, I think that he has his safeties playing so aggressive that's where those missteps are coming in. But
this is not the game for him to be a step slow though, because all their wide receivers like to run deep and a tight end as well. So he's gonna have to actually have his head on a swivel right now. You the last line of defense, bro. You gotta be ready. You the last line of defense. Ready. But we should ask him who's gonna stick CD. Who's gonna stick CD? That's what we need to ask you, Wayne. How you gonna stop CD Lamb, brother?
How you gonna stop Lamb and how you gonna stop Cook? Then if you got Ferguson down the middle, how you gonna stop him? Yeah, one of them gonna get open. One of them gonna get open.
Turpin, how about Turpin too? We got Turpin coming out. Hey, you can't forget about Turpin, Wayne. How you gonna stop Turpin?
I'm putting a Sean Wright out there because he'll get a penalty and have the whole damn run back call back.
No, we don't need the Sean Wright out there. See, that's why I'm upset about Boss Man, because Boss Man has all the tools. His just mental makeup just wasn't right. Boss Man would have been perfect, but I guess that's in the past. But that's why I get upset about that. I'm like, Boss Man was right here. All they had to do was just pay attention and learn.
Well, obviously he ain't learning in Miami neither, because he ain't on the field. So he must not be learning over there neither.
He's on special teams, I think. But other than that, hey, I don't know. We're gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way to slow down the Eagles.
I tell you, CD Lamb is a problem. Slay will be on him, I believe.
How about Cooks? That 9 route. We're going to stop Cooks in that 9 route. Tolbert, this could be Tolbert's coming out game 2. Tolbert might come out. Tolbert might have a good game this game because they're going to be focused on Lamb and Cooks and State Farm. So Tolbert maybe Tolbert can have a good game. Who knows? He's due. This will be on a national stage.
Yeah.
Because it won't be Gallup, that's for sure.
It's our pass rush. We're
action pass, screen pass.
A secondary against the pass.
What happened against the Redskins? The Commodores. The Commanders, Wayne. Because Howell looked like he was all pro against that secondary.
Didn't he throw for almost 400 yards against them?
It was like 397 yards.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he said we won.
And would have won the game. Would have won the game if he didn't throw that interception. Would have won the game if
that was
he
a
didn't throw
dumb
that
interception too. That was a dumb interception.
That was a dumb interception.
We won the game. A win's a win. Here we go. Wayne hit a win's a win. A win's a win.
So that's the thing that I have. This statement right here is what I fault the Eagles fans for. If we was to say that, then it was it's a bad team. Or it's this, it was that. But when you beat a bad team and it was a close game, then it is exactly what the statement you said. We won. That's what happened.
Hey, Foxy, bring up those scores that you was going to bring up before. The comparison.
Oh, yeah. Let me find it here real quick.
We got something for you, Wayne. Oh, we gutted it out. We gutted it out. We toughed it out. We can win multiple ways. We gutted it out. All right.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to gut it out. But and props for doing it. You're supposed to gut it out. But that ain't gonna happen in every game. You ain't gonna have a chance to gut it out in every game.
The bed says, Wayne Charles, y'all gonna be the second loss. They're gonna have y'all second loss on Sunday. He said he wish he was on air. I can't type fast as I think. We noticed that. We see. We see. No, seriously, I said I think it's gonna be a good game, and in my preseason prediction, I actually had this game as a loss. Obviously I hope that we win. Well, I know we're gonna win. But the realistic side of me said that we were gonna split with the Eagles this year.
I said we were gonna split.
Yeah, just because I think that we got two good, you got two good teams, two teams that know each other. So I just don't want no game like the Jets and the Giants. Was that not the most pathetic game that you ever seen in your life?
Blame it on the weather.
Blame it on the weather.
The weather.
Blame it on the weather. It was raining like cats and dogs. Blame it on the weather.
An NFL team having -9 yards passing, and you want me to say blame it on the weather?
That was pathetic, though. I mean, Tyron Taylor went out, though, and that backup really couldn't do anything.
We couldn't throw a screen. We couldn't throw a couple screens to get 10 yards to at least have a +1. And not only that, they went into overtime and still had negative yards passing. Who does that?
The Giants. No, this is going to be a good game. It's going to come down to the last 5 minutes of the game. And whoever does not turn over the ball in critical situations of the game is going to win. You can't turn the ball over. You can't turn the ball over.
Well, I know one thing. We're not going to be able to win if we have 10 penalties and the Eagles have 0 like they did a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, against Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not have any refs from Pennsylvania either calling that game. Hopefully they're neutral. I found out that guy from Pennsylvania, the head referee, I'm like, oh, that's why.
Now, I really don't get into the conspiracy thing with the refs, but I do think that there's, sometimes refs call stuff because of home cooking. Wayne said we manhandled the Miami. Yeah, you was trying to snatch their helmets off, and it didn't get called. He was grabbing players by the neck, and they didn't call it.
Nah, Tua was doing some crazy stuff in that game as well. He was throwing in double coverage and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill dropped the touchdown. I don't know. That was funny. Take this L, Wayne. Betty said take the L, Wayne. We're just going to have to play smash mouth. That's it. We're just going to have to play physical. Because Philadelphia's going to bring it. They're going to be talking smack. We're going to have to bring it. Parsons is just going to have to play a really good game as well. He cannot disappear. He cannot disappear this game. Not at all.
So do you think that Parsons plays better when he's not talking so much?
I don't know. What it is that the Eagles run at him more than anything else, rather than running away from him. Because Lance Johnson does a good job at basically maintaining his blocks against Parsons, right? So I don't think him talking or whatever. I just think basically Philadelphia knows how to play against Parsons, probably better than anybody else.
Well, one thing that we saw him doing on Sunday was lining him up off the ball. So maybe we can do that again.
We need to. Sam Williams. Let Sam Williams eat. I'm with him. Let Sam Williams eat. Move Parsons around a little bit. Let Sam Williams eat. Let Sam Williams go up against Lane Johnson, and not have Parsons go up against Lane Johnson all the time. He neutralizes Parsons though. That's the thing.
All right there.
Don't forget Bell. Don't forget about Bell too. Bell's been balling, and Bell's a 4'4" guy. He's 220 pounds, and he runs a 40-4. So he might be spying Hurts as well. Don't forget, he might be spying Hurts. Watch out for Bell. Because we didn't mention Bell too much tonight, but Bell's been balling. He's been balling, playing lights out, and he's probably going to actually be the one that they're going to put on Hurts. They're going to mirror him with Hurts. They're going to have to, because he can run Hurts down. Marquise Bell, he might be the player of the game for us. If we win this game, it might be Marquise Bell.
Well, like I said, I'm just looking forward to the game. As T.O. said, get your popcorn ready. And we're going to go from there.
Who's he going for, I wonder? I wonder who T.O. is going for.
It's probably going to be the Eagles. I wouldn't be surprised they have him do the promo like he did on the San Francisco Cowboys game.
For Fox?
Yeah.
Telling you, we need Des Bryant to run out with us.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said. I don't think Jalen's going to do too much running. I don't think he's going to do too much running.
Hey, you never know. You never know. You never know. You gotta keep Jalen in the pocket. You gotta keep him in the pocket. We gotta rush him. We gotta rush him up the middle as well. We're gonna test his mobility out. We're gonna have to just
be physical with AJ Brown. We're just gonna be physical with him.
That's one thing the Redskins couldn't do, is be physical with AJ Brown. They had a cornerback that weighs 175 pounds, Forbes, playing against AJ Brown. Mano a mano. I'm like, are you serious? He weighs 175 pounds. AJ Brown weighs 215, 220. You can't have a small guy like that on AJ Brown. That's why he was cooking the Redskins. We just got to be physical against him. Got to rush him, especially up the middle. You have to rush him up the middle.
So he's going to use his back and tiny Dallas, who y'all don't match up well against.
Kurt's going to have to match up with him.
Yep. So what's his name? Is the other safety we had? Is he back? The one that was hurt?
Izzy was playing on Sunday a little bit. Who, Thomas?
Yeah, no.
Wanye? You talking about Wanye Thomas? He was out there too, I thought.
Man, I just had
It was Wanye and Izzy.
Wilson.
We don't. I don't want to even talk about Wilson. I think the Cowboys need to sit him down for a little bit and let Wanye Thomas play. I think the Cowboys play better with Wanye Thomas out there rather than Wilson. That's just me. When I saw him play against the Jets and the Giants, whatever, the Cowboys look faster. When him and Bell out there, they look faster. When Wilson played against the Cardinals, I know he's just coming back, but I'm like, yo, they look slow. I'm telling you, I like Wanye. I like Wanye Thomas out there. I like his speed. I like him and Bell together. I don't know about Wilson, man. We paying him all that money? I don't know. I don't know.
So do we want to? Let me. I'm sorry here. So I want the people realize that we haven't had that many home games this year thus far.
That's right. In the second half, don't we play? We played 3 games back to back at home in like the third quarter of the season, right?
Yeah, around Thanksgiving.
We finally have home field advantage. We won 11 straight games. Finally. We've been asking for this for years. We won 11 straight games at home.
Yeah, there was a time we were getting beat at home all the time because we was allowing rival fans to come in and take up all the seats.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was corporate seats. They say, hey, just give them up. No, not anymore. We finally have home field advantage. That's why, taking the Eagles down on Sunday is going to be basically really beneficial for us. Because you figure the Lions have a cupcake schedule. So it's going to be down to the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Lions for home field advantage in the playoffs. And Seattle. I can't forget about Seattle.
Well, now we have we got on the road with the Eagles, then we have the Giants at home, then we have the Panthers, then we have the Commanders at home. Yeah, we have a stretch of. So after the Eagles game, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of our next 5 games are at home.
You just gotta take advantage of our opponents at home and worry about the road later. This is a good stretch for us though too, because we have Philly, the Giants, the Panthers, and the Commanders, and then after the Commanders we have Seattle. Right? It's a huge game.
Yeah,
it's definitely a huge game, Wayne. Definitely a huge game. The team that eliminates the turnovers and the penalties will be victorious on Sunday. And they better call some holding penalties because I know Parsons is going to be trying to rush the quarterback, and I know damn well the Eagles, they be holding they be holding jerseys, they be holding arms. I better see some flags out there. I'm going to be mad if I don't see any flags. I'm going to be mad. Your O-line is good, but it ain't great.
let's see here. Chris says the Eagles have never been her biggest concern. We got to win the division and get to the championship game. Yep. December schedule is kind of ugly. It is.
But hey, the Eagles in December is scary as well. That's what I'm saying. The Eagles and the Cowboys have some
Like really tough games in December.
But hey, that's football though. That's what the NFL wanted, parity. Yep. And then after their bye, they have Murderers Row. So it is what it is. You gotta come out and be aggressive.
Yeah, that's why those games that we lost to Arizona. That Arizona game, I hope that game doesn't come back to bite us. I hope the fact that I don't want, like we did last year, that Jacksonville game and that Packers game, that Green Bay game really, really hurt us last year. 2 games that we were up by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. We would have been the number 1 seed in the NFL. So I just hope that this Arizona game doesn't come back to bite us.
That means we're gonna have to actually beat a team that we're supposed to lose to make up for that Arizona game. That's all that's saying. Yeah, both schedules are brutal. Both schedules are really brutal, so it is what it is. That's why this is a crucial game for us. It's really crucial and critical at the same time. We just gotta play fundamental football, situational football. No mental mistakes. Mike McCarthy has to call one of the best games of his life. That's another thing. Play calling has to be right on. Right on.
So I think the play calling has been to the point now where he's been giving Dak more freedom at the line of scrimmage these last 2 games.
I saw that too. Especially against actually the Rams.
Yeah, but it started, you know, the week before.
Yeah, when we played the Chargers.
Yeah.
We should have blew up the Chargers too. Because I go back and watch some games, I'm like, yo, a missed pass here and there, I'm like, we should have blew the Chargers out. And that stupid penalty with the punt return, I'm like, how's that not a penalty? How you call that a fumble? So that should have been a blowout. But maybe Mike is just going through his progressions as a play caller as well, because he hasn't called plays in years as well. So maybe he's finding his groove. Who knows?
Well, he better keep finding it. He better keep finding it.
Think about it though. He hasn't called plays in a long time. So I mean, you know, him finding his groove, because this game right here is major. This is big for the division and playoff seeding. This is big. It's a big game. You have to come out here and play smash mouth ball. You're gonna have to. Your boy Tyron Smith is gonna play. He's gonna play well. I have a feeling he's gonna play well.
I mean, it's not ever an issue of him playing well. Once he in the game, it's just the issue for me that it's like he always missing an important game. But like I said, if last week, was enough to hold him out to make sure he was ready for this week, I'll take it, because we definitely need him Sunday. We need him Sunday. We not only need him, but we need the whole team to step up Sunday. This is going to be a game that's going to test where they really are. 49ers was one of those games we thought, but at the end of the day, this is for the division. This is a playoff situation. A lot ride on this game. As early as it is, people might think in the season, this game means a lot. So this is gonna this is gonna tell if they really learned from the mistakes they made against the 49ers in week 5. This gonna test their mentality for week 5. I mean, from the difference of week 5 till now. Did that loss in 49ers really, really put them in another frame of mind that they don't want that type of bull whipping again and that type of feeling again, especially coming from the Eagles.
Division rival. See,
From a division rival.
49ers, they took that game personally. And that's one thing that the Cowboys have to understand. Every time you step on that field, you got to take these games personally.
Right.
You have to. And that's the thing. If they smack you, better smack them back. That's why I said maybe, we may have to take a 15-yard penalty here and there just to show the Eagles, hey, we in this game. We're not trying to hurt anybody, but we're going to be just as physical as you are.
Right. And that's what we have to be physical.
And that's why, Pollard can't run scared either, though. Pollard cannot run scared. Cannot. Not this game.
Right.
Rico's going to have to get the ball, and 40 ounce is going to have to get the ball.
Yeah, Rico. Yeah, they gonna have to still do some mixing up. And just if anybody want to know what's going on with the World Series, Rangers is up 10-0.
Listen, after the Yankees, didn't make it to the playoffs, I stopped watching baseball. I stopped watching it. Go ahead, Rangers. It'd be nice for the Rangers to win, though. Keep it in the American League. What's going on out there? Nikki, what's up? I done lost Sean and Nikki. And I can't see any comments. This is great. This is fantastic. It's Halloween. Maybe they put on a costume or whatever. I don't know. But Wayne, if you hear me, I'll be there on Sunday. It's going to be a high-spirited game. It's going to be an emotional game. We just going to have to come out there and just punch y'all in the mouth, because y'all going to punch us in the mouth. So it is what it is. So I'm looking forward to the game on Sunday. Actually, hopefully I'll be able to sleep. I'm gonna be so excited for this game. A little different than the 49er game because this is a divisional game and it's the Eagles. I wonder what's going on with everybody. I know it's Halloween, but wow. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hello?
No, I'm right here.
But a little bit before Jeff jump on, let's
Jeff
talk
is down there?
about. Yeah, he just sent the message and said he'd be on in a few minutes. So I know once he get on, we'll discuss more about the game and his take on the game and his take on how they play Sunday, whatever. But before we do that, let's discuss about. I know we touched bases on it, but let's just kind of give the fans a little bit more inside information or more info on these trades and why we basically stay put and didn't really make no splash in the trade. But because a lot of fans don't seem to understand that we didn't have no draft picks to give. You know, I mean, we got a first, a second, and a third, but we don't have no lower level draft picks that we really could give because we gave those for Gilmore and Cooks.
Yeah.
So they're saying like, okay, y'all told me I wanted somebody opposite of Diggs, a pro that was opposite of Diggs. I got Gilmore. I said I wanted another wide receiver that could help Lamb. I got Cooks.
But the thing about it is, we don't have a fourth, a fifth, or sixth.
Yeah, we don't have a fourth, fifth, or sixth. So when you don't have those middle line draft picks like that to give away and give up, it's hard. It's hard to make a deal. Then it really wasn't nobody stuck out there that you can say, okay, it's worth me giving my second to. It's worth me giving my third to. Well, I probably would. I mean, I'm not gonna say not totally worth, because Johnson from the Bears, I think he would have been worth the third, But the issue with that is, I think he would have been worth the third, but the issue was that they wanted a first round pick for him. So Jerry like, whoa. They like, whoa, because the Bears are trying to build again. Like they trying to build. So they wanted picks, They didn't necessarily want, that's what they wanted. They wanted a pick, and they said they said a first round.
Jalen Johnson, a first round pick, and he's a second round pick.
I would have said a second.
He's probably the Bears' best defensive player. He would have helped us immensely because Lewis right now is a problem.
Right.
Lewis is a problem.
Lewis is a liability. He's a liability.
The thing is, then we will have to re-sign Jalen too for a contract because his rookie deal is up. So he wanted a new contract as well. So I understand what Jerry's doing. I understand that, but like someone said, this is not fantasy football, right? So you can't just start trading people because in the real game, in the real NFL, there's consequences for everything, especially if you don't actually trade and it's of value. So I understand a lot of fans are upset. A lot of fans are upset because we didn't try to make it, but we don't know. Just like with Judy last year, we wanted Judy. We almost had Judy, but then Denver said, "Now we want more." Just like with Cooks. So I don't know. Like Jerry doesn't want to get fleeced. I get it because he's a businessman. Because some of these other teams, because of the Cowboys, they may try to fleece Jerry. I don't know. But the fans are upset because it's like we didn't try to improve our team, and our competitors or our rivals are doing that. So that's why the fans were probably a little upset more than anything else. But Jerry says we like our players. Everybody says we like our players. So,
but they did actively call Chicago. They did call Chicago. They discussed with Chicago. It was 3 other teams in on Johnson that at the time was also in on Johnson. So for me is if these other, but if these other 3 teams felt like they didn't want to give up a first for him, why everybody felt like Jerry should have did it?
Because Jerry's a wild man. Jerry history in the past, he was doing that. You remember Jerry said, I should do it, but then he got
but we didn't have a salary cap.
The value wasn't there. Exactly.
Right. But we didn't have a salary cap back then. We don't have all the things that go into all this now. It's different. So the way they used to do things versus then, Jerry didn't care back then. But now it's a salary cap. It's consequences that come with these things. It's things that you have to go. It's more go into trading for a player and just saying, I want this player, bring him over here so I can make everybody happy. It's more that goes into that. So I get it. I get both sides of it. The fans tired. It's been 28 years. They tired of the same thing. They just want to see him do something. They want to know or try to see him do something, but it just doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and if anybody know Jerry, that's how he is. He about the guys he draft, and that's what he constantly say. We draft the way we draft because we like to build through the draft. I'll go get a free agent here and there, but I'm not down for giving up everything for one player. And I get it. It might be that one player it might work out, it might not work out. But at the end of the day, whether you have this player or not, you still got to step on the field and play the game. You still got to play the game. And everybody still got to show up. Even if it's that player, he still got to show up and play on the field.
Yeah. It's the young fans, too, that basically are looking at this and thinking that, hey, the Cowboys should be able to make a move because everybody else is doing it. So it's like you have a friend who basically can do everything, but then your mom's telling you or your parents telling, no, you can't do that. Well, how come he can do it? We the same age, but you see fans saying, listen, if our competitors or our rivals can do it, why we can't? That's the thing, and they have to understand about the salary cap, and we don't have picks. I mean, there are players. Teams were calling the Cowboys about certain players too, but Jerry said no, it wasn't going to trade the players either.
Right, they were calling about the D-line. They were calling about the D-line players.
And so I don't know. I don't know. I wish they was calling about Gallup. I guess not. I guess they wasn't calling about Gallup, but I don't know. Fans. Sometimes fans just seeing if our competitors are doing it, our rivals, why we can't do it. That's all. They just want Jerry to make an effort to show that he's about winning, and that's what the fans are in an uproar about more than anything else. They want to see him try, but he did that in the offseason, though. He did. Unfortunately, Diggs got hurt. That wasn't Diggs' fault. He got hurt.
Yeah, nobody expected Diggs to get hurt. I mean, he went out there and he got somebody that can go along with Diggs, not knowing that Diggs is going to get hurt. But at the end of the day, you have to give DeRon Bland his props. He stepped up, and it's kind of like, damn, you really don't even know. He stepped up.
It's just Lewis, man. We can't have him on the field, though. That's the thing. It's just every third down, the teams go right at Lewis. Right at Lewis. I'm like, yo, what is going on with him? It's
because they done seen it on tape. They done seen it.
Yeah, that's true, but he gives up a pass or a holding penalty or illegal use of the hands penalty. Always on third downs.
Always on third down.
So I don't know. So I'm like, oh my God. So the Eagles probably gonna go right at Lewis. More than anything else, they're gonna go at Lewis. And I don't know what happened to him. He used to be really like dependable. Now he's like Anthony Brown on third down.
Right.
Not to say it, but he's like Anthony Brown now on third down. So it's like, what are we gonna do?
Right.
I don't know. We gonna
and I know they see it. I know Dan Quinn them. I know they see it.
What they're gonna do? Put Izzy out there or Thomas? They're gonna have to do something. Cause I don't want the Eagles every third down they're going after Lewis. Every third down. Or put AJ Brown in the slot and let him go after Lewis.
Because I have a feeling the Eagles are gonna do something like that. They're gonna see matchups, send AJ Brown basically in motion.
So he can line up with Lewis.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting. Let's see. Where's Jeff? You better not come on here with 10 minutes left. He better not.
He said in the thing he was coming. So what are your honest opinions about the moves with do you have to look at it this way as well? Kansas City didn't make no moves. They've been in the Super Bowl back to back. You got only other team that probably that did something was the Bills, trading for the wide receiver. And they needed him. They needed somebody to help out Diggs.
In the corner. They got a corner.
And they got a corner as well. So that's kind of really the only people that did something, besides, of course, 49ers made the two moves, they made. The Bears made the move they made with, Sweats, which I don't think that was, I don't know. That deal just kind of funny to me because if Sweats don't sign with them in the off season, that third goes back to the Commanders.
Or a comp pick. They're thinking that maybe if they don't resign, they get a comp pick for them.
They get that comp pick. So, but it's a five. I don't know. Do you think this Ron Rivera last year?
Who, Ron Rivera? Yeah, it is because Magic Johnson already said there's gonna be changes already. He's 5%, 7% owner of the Commanders. So he said Ron Rivera's probably gonna be going. There's gonna be some changes. There's gonna be some changes. There have to be changes. When's the last time the Commanders been really relevant? So there's gonna be some changes with them. And the Giants just giving up. They traded their best defensive player to the Seahawks.
To Seattle.
And I'm saying to myself, they're waving a white flag. So the Commanders and the Giants waved the red flag, the white flag. So they're giving up on the season. It's done. So it's going to come down to the Cowboys and the Eagles for the division. So that's why this game is very big. And who else? And the 49ers, Chase Young. They needed pass rush help. So they went out and got Chase. So that's the thing. When you see your rivals or teams that you don't have to play against in the playoffs potentially make moves, then you want to make moves. That's all. That's why a lot of fans right now are unhappy that we didn't make any moves.
I mean,
I
I
saw a
get
lot of
it. I
that
get
in the
it.
comments.
I totally get it. But at the end of the day, you know, we have to look at this in so many different angles, in so many different ways. So, I mean, I get it. It's been 28 years. Everybody tired. They tired of the same old, same old. But we have to know that this is Jerry way now. This is how it's gonna be. This is what it is. So we just gotta let it roll. You know, he say he trusts his guys on and the worst thing we could have did was when we went out and played like we played against the Rams Sunday. Now,
I
I
thought
will
about
say
that too.
maybe if we did not play like we played against the Rams Sunday, that may have impacted a decision for him. But when we play like we played against the Rams Sunday, his ego already was there that he doing this. He already doing it this way. All they did was just hype him up more. See,
Mm-hmm.
told y'all. I don't need nobody. We don't need to do nothing. We don't need to move. We don't need to do nothing. We didn't even have Tyron Smith out there and look what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, but that Eagles front ain't the Rams front seven either.
Now
This
we
is a
can't
different
run the
ball.
ball. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
We
different
didn't
ball
even run
part.
the ball effectively. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing too. If we went out and got like James Conner and whatever for the stretch run, I'd have been happy with that. We didn't even try.
Well, didn't they say James Conner was hurt?
Yeah, but you can still trade for players that's basically on IR when
I
they
mean, I know you
schedule to come
can, but
back.
I'm saying, but then they say he was hurt, so that might be one of the reasons why they stayed away from it. Like, why go get a player that we have to bring in that we still got to wait for him to come out here and play when we got Rico? And I think Rico he runs hard. He's a good back. You know, he runs really really hard. And again, you have a fullback. Use your fullback. You
Yeah,
seen what Lupe can do in the preseason. You have to utilize him. So I'm thinking, that's just my logic. I'm just thinking maybe Mike McCarthy been holding on and not using him as much as a secret weapon for these type of games that's coming up.
I hope so. I really do because I like 40 ounce. I think 40 ounce is a versatile back, but they're gonna have to give him the ball. Rico, like I said before, I stated before that maybe Rico should start and have Pollard come off the bench against the Eagles just to see what's going on. Give the Eagles a different look. Give them something to think about because he does run hard. Because against the Eagles, you're gonna need to be physical. Like every game that I watched where the Eagles had some problems with a team, the running back was physical. That's the thing. The running back was physical. And so we got to be physical against them. We have to be physical against them. So let's see. I'm going to cross my fingers. We better be physical. Oh, is that Jeff? No, it ain't him. It ain't him. We got 17 minutes. What's up with Foxy? He's all right?
He said that he was making a call. Yeah, he was gonna call. He let us know in just a minute if everything was all right. Because he said if
Okay.
Jeff come on, because he has to jump on in order to let Jeff in. So let me see if Jeff trying to get in.
You can bring some candy. What he said?
He said, but so let's talk about Odell. Acting up in Baltimore.
Because he said he wants the ball more. It's not the passes are not coming his way enough.
But did we not discuss this? Did we not
Yeah, we
discuss
did.
this? Did
Yes,
we
you
not
did.
say that this was going to be an issue? Did we not say that the type of quarterback that Lamar Jackson is, it was going to decrease and take away passes to him? Not only that, they got Zay Flowers as well, and Cowboys play calling is centered around Lamar.
Yeah, it is.
But-
It is.
So did we not say this?
Yeah, but I'm gonna give him a pass only because AJ Brown and CeeDee Lamb just did
I
the
ain't giving
same
up no.
exact thing.
They
No.
did the same exact thing in the last couple of weeks. They said they need the ball more. So maybe Odell said, listen, if CD and
But
AJ
Lamar,
can say that,
but
I'm
Odell
gonna do
ain't
it.
only did this, but he ain't only did this in Baltimore. He did this. He do this everywhere he goes. So no, I
I'm
can't.
trying to. Can we give
I
him Mulligan, please?
no, no,
Oh Lord.
no. So you always
Listen to
trying to
Cindy.
find. You always
The
trying to
good.
find that bright spot and that silver lining in something. Sometimes you just got to call a spade a spade. You got to call a spade sometimes. And we said that was one of the reasons that everybody in Cowboys land was like, nah, we're gonna stay away from that because CD Lamb is our focus point. And that's who we pushing out there to be our number one wide receiver. He's not gonna get the ball thrown to him. The minute he don't get the ball thrown to him, he gonna start acting out. He gonna start causing a problem in the locker room.
Yeah,
And
you're
look,
right. I'll give it to you.
we at week 8, and he already done started.
Oh Lord, it's just I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, Odell is just Odelling right now. That's it. He's just Odelling right now. I wish he wouldn't have, but I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Odell, y'all are 6-2.
Right.
Y'all at the top of your division right now. Just
You
relax.
still, but
Mm.
but the reason why is because his contract is incentive based.
Yeah, it is.
So with his contract being incentive based, if he don't make this mark, he don't get this, he don't get that. But I knew it was gonna happen. That's why they did it incentive based.
He should have
Then he
just
said,
went behind closed doors.
thank you. Then he says, then he kind of throw Lamar, kind of come for Lamar a little bit when he say, Lamar the one called me and asked me to come. Okay. I'm like, dude, like, are you for real, Odell, right now?
He being a diva for real right now. He being a diva. I don't know. Can you call him and talk to him? Can you tell him
No,
relax?
no.
Tell his mama and daddy, call him, tell him relax.
His daddy probably the one starting it. Like he started the mess in Cleveland. His daddy probably the one starting it. He gonna be the one to say something next. His daddy gonna send an email next.
I hope not, because they 6-2 though. This is a winning situation here. This is not the Browns. So I don't know. I was really hoping that things would be different with Odell this time around because he's in a winning situation. He's with a great organization. So I don't know. I feel bad because Lamar's gonna get him the ball though. Lamar, this game is gonna get him the ball. I'm telling you, CD just did the same thing AJ Brown did too. So we gonna see. Who did they play this weekend?
But
They play Seattle.
CD went about it a different way. He went about it a different way.
Yeah, he did.
He went sit down with his quarterback and have a one-on-one discussion with his quarterback. Him and his quarterback went together to Mike McCarthy and discussed it as a team. He didn't take it to the media. He didn't go in the locker room and talk about it. He ain't go on the sideline and throw a tantrum. He went to his quarterback, had a talk with his quarterback, and him and his quarterback went as a team and talked to the head coach. So it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference. I'm gonna give it to him, but damn, Odell, you making me look
Yeah, making you look real bad.
He make
Just
it look bad,
making you
bro.
look,
Come on,
making you look
Odell.
real bad. That's why I don't know what Liggins said, but he said it. There, he's like, nobody don't want him over. Nah, we said it. We said it. We said it.
Well,
It would have been the same thing here. And even like because sometimes I feel kind of bad for Brandon. I'm like, damn, we got Brandon Cooks over here. We not using him, and it's like, okay, what we got him here for? But I like what he said. You just have to be ready when your number called. I understand what my goal is here. I understand why I was brought in here. There's no need to make a scene. It's no need to do the extra stuff. I know my number gonna be called. I just need to be ready when it's called.
yeah, you're right. You always got to be ready. So,
It comes with maturity.
I think Brandon Cooks as well. You're gonna start to see him flash more. I have a feeling you're gonna see him flash more. He's gonna be more productive now, and so Cowboys going after Cooks may be a little bit more smarter move than going after Odell Beckham. And I just said it. It pained me to say it, but I said it. I said it. It pained me to say it, but I said it. Oh my God, because of the locker room, because who Odell is. So going after Cooks may be the best thing for the Cowboys because of the locker room and because Odell's so outspoken. I said it.
And it's okay to be outspoken and it's okay to speak up. It's okay. But it's still a way that you go about doing it. And you don't throw your quarterback under the bus and say, oh, well, he begged me. He the one asked me to come here.
Nah, you're right. You're not supposed to throw your quarterback under the bus because he's the one that feeds you. He's the one that feeds you the ball. He's the one that's going to throw it to you, especially Lamar. Not that they were cool. I don't know. Maybe they're going to have some closed door conversations with him in the next couple of hours, the next couple of days. Because they play Seattle on Sunday, and Seattle has some really good cornerbacks. So let's see. Hopefully they can talk about it. But I was surprised when he did that. I'm like, wait a minute, did Odell just say that? I said,
Yep.
he said that? I was like, oh, no. I was surprised. All right, Jeff. Where are you, Jeff? You got 8 minutes. Where are you, Jeff?
So for Ranger fans, it's 10-1 in this 10-1 in the middle of the six.
10-1. I think the Rangers are going to win the World Series anyway. It'll be good for basically Texas.
3 more innings. Yeah, we need a parade here. I need a day. I need 2 free days off. I need a parade day off, and then I need the day after to recuperate.
Don't forget, 2 years ago, the Rangers spent a lot of money in free agency to bring in a lot of players. So
they
now
did.
basically they're playing well now.
And it's amazing. It's good. And how they locked in, they lost one of the best players, Garcia, that's out for the rest of the series. And they still showed up tonight. But we are 9-0 on the road. Like, we play better on the road than we do at home. Like vice versa the Cowboys. We play good at home, better than we do on the road. So we like vice versa the Cowboys. But hopefully some of that Rangers stuff will trickle down. And they're like, I'm like, okay, so did y'all see the Rangers show out and then y'all decide to come and beat the mess out the Rams? Okay. I see what y'all doing down here in Texas. And then Dallas Stars won. I said, okay. So y'all Dallas Mavericks won. Okay, so y'all just showing out in Texas.
Hey, they playing good, so you got to give it up to Texas right now. Got to give it up to the Rangers. Got to give it up to everybody in Texas.
That's right, because your team is what?
The Lakers.
Now, I know you're the Lakers, but I'm talking about baseball.
The Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees, yeah.
I'm a Yankee fan, diehard Yankee fan. That's my
squad. When the Yankees were out, I stopped watching baseball. I said, time for football now. I can't do it. And basketball. I said, I can't. We spend too much money. We spend too much money on the same type of players. See, the Rangers have a good mix of power hitters, basically, and contact and speed. And the Yankees don't have that. And until we get it, we're not going to do anything. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I know you gloating down there in Texas land.
You grew,
Nah,
man. I hear you though. They got some good
I mean,
players though. They got some good players.
I love it even more if it was my boys.
I would too. But that's one of the reasons why our fans were upset that Jerry didn't make any moves though, because they want to celebrate, they want to gloat. You know what I'm saying? They want Stephen A. Smith to wear a cowboy hat and whatever else and say something negative when we win the Super Bowl. That's what they want.
So when Jerry didn't make that move, that's what happened. Not to go back to it, but because we're all excited, we all want to win.
Right.
You know, so I'm just gonna cross my fingers and see what's gonna happen. You're gonna see.
He say bring him in. I can't bring you in. How can I?
Oh, so Jeff is here. Come on, Jeff. Got 5 minutes.
There we go.
Ah,
There we go.
It's
What's
about
good?
time.
What's good?
It's about time. You got 4 or 5 minutes, man. Listen, we might have to extend it because you
Hey,
get
look,
down.
Sean's not here. Ain't no old man time tonight, my guy.
He said ain't no old man time. What happened to Nikki?
Nick dropped off. She was trying to bring me in, and she dropped off.
Listen, it's going down at 4:30 Eastern time, brother. It's going down.
Oh, bro.
It's going down.
We've been waiting
it's
for
going
this
down.
all year, my guy. All year we've been waiting for this.
It's here now. Ain't no need to wait no more. It's here.
I know. I mean, we still got like 5 more days.
Man, listen, it's gonna go like this. It's gonna like Thanos. It's gonna be here, right here. It's gonna be right here.
That's fair.
It's gonna be right here. I mean, hey, 2 great teams. Let the trash talking begin. Let's have a well played game. Let the best team win,
my guy.
That's it. Let the best team win. That's it. No more stats. All the stats out the window now. We just gonna have to play.
I love
That's it.
I love seeing all the stats, man. You've seen it.
Yeah,
love seeing all the stats.
Stats all right, but now we got to line up against one another now.
Yeah,
stats all right on both sides. That's all right, but now we got to line up against one another.
Yeah.
Your strengths against our strengths and vice versa.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what it's gonna. Let's see who's gonna crack first.
Did we talk about the graphic already?
No. Sean didn't pull it up. We didn't talk about the graphic. But I already know what y'all gonna say anyway. I already been through that already.
What you mean y'all gonna say? I mean, it's me.
Gonna say. Well, that's all right.
I'm different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know I'm different, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you already prefaced it too. Like, oh look, they're gonna say we want it at home and they want it away. Bye 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 bye. Hey, look, carte blanche. What I saw in that graphic, 6 wins.
I know. You don't want y'all same thing. Wins and wins. Wins and wins.
This isn't FBS, bro. You don't get extra points for a cool win. You don't get less points for a less cool win.
There's no style points. I get it.
Right?
No style points.
I'm glad y'all won all those games against teams that we played away, and y'all won. And we beat them away. But guess what? At the end of the day, what that means? We both got 3 dubs. Like, beyond that, what else is there?
But you know the analysts gonna have to bring
people
up the stats.
People just trying to throw narratives, bro.
Yeah, they do that all the time, though. They always do that.
The narratives are, it's like this, bro. You know what that is in sign language?
Exactly. But listen, it's the NFC East showdown. So all the narratives and stats, that's what I mean. It goes out the window. Goes out the window now.
Yeah, man.
It goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? There's no more. We don't even have to hype the game up like the networks. We already know what it is.
They already are.
I wonder if y'all gonna come out in all black. That's what I'm wondering. I wonder if y'all gonna come out in all black or all green
No.
on Sunday.
Nah, we're at home. We'll go normal. Green top, white bottom.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because
Green top,
nobody
white
knows yet,
bottom.
but I think y'all gonna come out in all black.
No. Why go all black?
I think
It's not an
hey,
evening
this
game. We
don't
don't do that
matter.
for 4:30 games.
It's gonna be even in the second half.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You said
Green tops,
y'all
white
gonna come
bottoms, my guy.
no green on green.
No green on green. I don't remember the last time we did green on green was Dougie P, and I don't remember exactly which game it was, but it was a night game. Uh, yeah, we don't do green on green very often at all. Honestly, if we did green on black bottoms, that would be something different. But even then, I don't see that.
This is the Cowboys, baby. It's the Cowboys. You know how we gonna come
Yeah,
out
but
anyway. So
it's this week, right? It's a home game. It's a 4:30 game, which I think is the NFL did us a disservice by making it a 4:30 game, right? They should have made it a later game.
dirty,
But
dirty. We
I
saw the
mean,
games that's on at 4 o'clock
who's the
compared to
night
what
game this week?
the night game is. Buffalo against the Bengals. That's the night game.
I mean, I get it. I get it. You know, before the season started, you would have expected that to be much more of a hot game. Um, but I mean, honestly, I expect Cincinnati to run away with this one. Buffalo just not that good, and Cincinnati's been crushing it lately.
And that's why I said they're the best team in the AFC. Somebody said no, it's the Miami Dolphins. But I
Oh
said
hell
nah.
no, no Miami Dolphins, man.
I said they're the most
If I
electric team, but they're not the best team.
electric, yeah. If I give anything to any other team in the AFC, it's got to be Baltimore.
How about Jacksonville?
They look good, right? But it's not consistent enough, right? So Baltimore has kind of been like steady every week, kind of getting a little better, a little better. You know, like not Dougie P, but Sirianni said, 1% better every day, right? That's kind of how Baltimore has been. They've kind of gotten 1% better every week, and they've looked really good. Um,
1% against Detroit. That's like 1,000%.
I mean, against Detroit, yeah, man, for sure. But I mean, we also know this too, right? Any given Sunday, your schedule, our schedule, any given Sunday.
Yeah, I get the any given Sunday, but I don't know if you're playing down to the competition or not. But
That's the
that
thing.
Detroit game was crazy. I did not
They're
expect that at all. That was great. That
look
was
at who
like
Detroit
wow.
played this week.
They played the Raiders.
That game did not look like the score suggested.
Listen, Devontae Adams had one of his worst games ever.
Devontae Adams is mad as all get out, and I'm not even upset with him, right? I mean, he came to the sideline, threw his helmet down, and said, "I am absolutely sick of this ish," right? In not so many words, right? He came to Vegas to play with Derek Carr, his roommate in college. They traded him, didn't move Carr, and now didn't move Adams. Now Adams is stuck.
He's stuck,
He's
really.
mad.
Of course he's mad, and he's not focused either. He's dropping passes. Him and Garoppolo can't get on the same page. I'm
He
like, yo, he's
dropped
playing
one.
angry.
He dropped one, right? The rest of them were thrown to, you know, that light behind me over there, right? I can't even reach it. It was, I mean, that's 10 yards behind me right now, right? And I can't even reach it. That's what Carr was doing, or Garoppolo. I mean,
I don't know. I just feel bad for
that
him.
franchise is trash right
I don't
now,
know. I
dude.
feel bad.
I'm
I
not
feel
gonna
bad
lie.
for him. I really do because he's a really talented player. And he has to just go through so much.
Super talented.
He
Yeah,
just has to
man.
go through so much. And
Yeah.
nobody and the Raiders said we're not trading him. So it's like you stuck there for 9 more games, my man.
Yeah. Unfortunately. I mean, yeah.
I
My
mean,
heart, my
that's the
heart goes
thing.
out to Devontae, bro. That's a tough one for sure.
That is. And
For
the Raiders
sure.
think that they're in the playoff hunt too. They're 3-5
Playoff
with
hunt for
with
what?
all these other teams. I
What
mean,
hunt?
but they're 3-5. Did you see the standings in the
No.
AFC? That's why a lot of those teams didn't trade because they think they're in the hunt. They think they're gonna go on a roll. That's why they ain't make trades.
AFC.
AFC's crazy. That's why everybody jumbled up. Look at Minnesota. Minnesota went out and got Dobbs. They wasn't going to trade too many people because they're 4-4.
They said, why should we trade all our players when we're in the mix?
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, Dobbs is 1-7. One.
Yeah, I know that one is against
Who's
the
that? Who
Cowboys,
who's that one?
and that's the Cowboys. But listen, we won
one
in
one and
we
seven.
won in 7 versus the Cardinals anyway in the last 8 games. So it
I
is
saw
what
a
it is.
stat. I saw a stat on Dobbs today, right? Because I happen to be watching this. It's trade season, right? So Dobbs versus man throws like 63-ish%, and then versus zone is like 28%. It's the worst disparity between man and zone in the NFL. How terrible. I mean, I get it. They say the dude's got like a mind,
Yeah, he's
but
smart. He's bright. His
God,
IQ is off the chain.
but bro,
Book smart,
how
though.
can't you
They're
pick
book
off a
smart.
zone? Yeah,
Book
exactly.
smart. That's
Exactly.
book smart.
Exactly.
There's a difference. There's a big difference
For
between book
sure.
smart
For sure. I mean,
and playbook smart.
that's Fitzgerald or Fitzpatrick, right? Harvard graduate,
Yeah.
smart as all get out, but ain't smart sometimes when it comes to being a quarterback and making decisions on where to go with the ball.
He's
So
careless too. He was careless with the ball. But at least
yeah,
Dobbs can run a little bit. And
he
Minnesota
can.
has
I
better
mean, good for
weapons
them.
anyway.
Good for them, right? I hope it works out for them, um, to at least save some face, but at the same time too, right? Like, excuse me, I wouldn't want to ruin my draft pick to hope that Buddy's going to be able to produce something.
They 4-4. It's like, hey, we're not trading Hunter. We're not trading anybody.
We're not.
We
I
four and
mean,
four.
4-4, but you're halfway through the season, and if Dobbs continues his 1-7 kind of play, like, what do you do?
But you
Do
notice
you,
the NFL. Every coach is like, I can fix him. I can fix him. I can work with that. Bring him over. You know how it is in the NFL. I can fix
yeah.
him. I can fix him.
Why?
And what's going to happen?
Why?
Because they didn't want
Why?
to trade, and Cousins is right there. They probably going to resign him anyway.
They're probably going to extend him before the offseason.
They're going to happen. But anyway, let's get
I
back to
mean,
this Eagle Cowboy game. So what's the
yes,
keys to the
sir.
Eagles? What's the keys for the Eagles beating the Cowboys? And I'll give you mine.
Keys for the Eagles beating the Cowboys. We're going to have to run early, run often, right? I think if we win the toss, we don't defer. We take the ball down the field first and foremost, and we score, right? The the way the Cowboys as a whole, as a unit, right, as a complete team works. If they're playing from behind, they struggle, right? If they're playing with the lead, their defense tends to flex. Um, we're gonna have to run it, right? Um, I know what Deron Bland has been doing the last few weeks, and that Buddy's been balling, right? All respect due, to what he's been doing. I mean, he's got 3 pick sixes for the year. He's tied a record. He's been crushing it. Gilly has kind of been MIA a little bit. But we also got Big AJ. Just set a record, best in the NFL. 6 games in a row, 125 plus yards a game. Cowboys have not allowed a rusher or a passer to go over 100 yards in a single game, like a singular person to go over 100 yards this year. I like streaks. They're good. They're meant to be broken. I just happen to think that yours will be broken before ours will. I think AJ goes game 7 over 125. Touchdowns immaterial, but I think he'll get at least one, if not two. Schmidt will get one. I think Julio Jones kind of showed up in the zone. Bro, you don't have enough depth at your secondary to cover AJ, Schmidt, and Julio at the same time. I'm sorry. You don't.
No, it's not like Julio Jones is like Julio Jones of past.
We don't need him to be Julio Jones of past, right? Julio Jones is a huge, huge body playing the Y, right? So a big guy playing the Y, that's a problem, right? You guys have a 5'9" guy playing.
Yeah, that's Lewis. That's Lewis.
No, CD, he's your Y. Let's be really fair.
Listen. I'm talking about when you guys have the ball. I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to line up actually Julio Jones on Lewis. But Izzy might play. Izzy, if Izzy plays, Izzy's gonna guard Julio Jones.
Okay.
Izzy's a neutralizer. I'm telling you, Izzy can neutralize Julio Jones.
That's
I'm
fine.
telling you right now. He's done it to Debo. He's done it to Debo. So he's done it to Debo.
Everybody's done it to Debo.
Here you go.
Come on, man.
Izzy can neutralize actually Julio Jones.
Here's the problem.
I'm gonna tell you what's the problem. Let me hear this.
The problem is those three. Hold on. Those three. AJ, Schmidt, Julio, and that's right. Stoll and Philly G, right? Those 5 dudes, come on, you do not have enough to match up with it. You just don't.
Marquise Bell can guard anybody, especially your tight ends. He's a 4-4 guy. I'm telling you, and he wraps up.
Your speed doesn't matter.
Wanye Thomas can guard anybody. I don't want Wilson out there.
Wanye Thomas can guard him. Trust me, Wanye Thomas can guard him.
Wilson right now, between Wilson
and Lewis, those are deficiencies right now in our secondary. Right? The two teams pick on them all the time. I'm telling you right now, if Wanye's out there and Izzy's out there, we gonna
So you already know.
Number 24 and number 30. If you see them out there constantly, that means we're doing something right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. 24 and 30. Now, if number 6 is out there, Lord have mercy. Number 2, oh Lord have mercy, Jesus. I'm just not as confident in those two like I am with Wanye and Izzy. In regards to AJ Brown, we're gonna have to match him up. We're gonna have to match him up with safety help, and we're gonna have Bland on Smith mono. We're gonna have to have a mono.
Please match him up with safety help.
You're gonna have to.
Because you know what that does.
You're gonna have to.
If you start shading the big guy, you know what that does.
Listen.
Your linebackers are not fast enough.
Bell is a linebacker, so is Clark. They both are 4-4 guys. I'm not worried about the speed. Bell, listen, Marquise Bell is no joke. I am telling you. Just watch. Yeah. Marquise Bell. Don't sleep on him. I told Foxy before he came on that Marquise Bell is going to be the player of the game. We win, he's going to be the player of the game on defense. Number 14.
What's his number?
I am telling you, number 14. Marquise Bell. I am telling you right now, he does not really miss tackles and he's fast. I'm telling you, just watch. But see, we're going to have to pick our poison with A.J. Brown, though. A.J. Brown, he's probably one of the best
wide receivers right now in the game, right? But let me ask you a
I mean, he's
question.
top.
On the
He's top
reverse
2 in the
side,
NFL.
Who's gonna stick CD Lamb on the other side, and who's gonna stick Cooks on the other
It
side?
depends on. It depends on where they line up, right? And I saw what they did this last week, and it was very interesting, right? So they realize that Cooks is good as a Z, right? That's great. That's great. That's Bradbury's lane, right? They moved CD from the um, the Y to the X. No, they moved CD to the X, right? Moved him on the weak side, right, against LA, right? Put him against the number 2 wide receiver, and let Cooks go against the fucking excuse me, the uh, the primary, right? It don't matter. It's not gonna matter
Why? CD
because
cooks both of
because
them
we
though.
we understand, right? We understand, right? Now we have Kevin Byard back there who has a week in our system already to understand exactly what's going on. We have the Milk Missile who came back this week off IR and already got an interception coming back, right? So he's going to be able to be comfortable, right? We have N'Kobe Dean, who's our, East-West linebacker who's going in, and then Malik Cunningham, who's been crushing it. And I'm telling you, as much as I've been critical of James Bradbury, right, and I have been critical of James Bradbury, vocally critical of James Bradbury, right, on the outside, not Slay. Slay's been doing his due, you know. Um, Bradbury may be in a position where he needs to move into the slot, run that nickel, and let Roby or Ricks run the outside, and this it's going to be a problem. I'm telling you,
So
we
what
we're not.
happened against the Commanders? What happened against the Commanders? You
Man,
had Sam
let me
Howell
tell you.
throw for like 400 yards almost. What happened?
So since I saw a stat the other day, today, I think it was like since 2017 or 2016, we're 11-3 against the Commanders, right? Most of those games have been close games, right? And that's baffling, right? Considering how terrible they've been as a team in general. But something about that team just gives the Eagles fits. So here's how I saw exactly what was going on, right? So let's look at last week. The Commanders playing the Giants, right? The Commanders did not have any fear in regards to the Giants' front four. So they're like, we're going to let them rush. We're going to sit back in the pocket. We're going to let Howell sit back in the pocket. And we're going to let routes develop, right? Because they did that, the Giants were able to get home against the O line who they maybe they were asleep at the wheel or something. I don't know. But then they play Philly, right? And they understand that Philly's going to get home early and often, right? So what did they decide to do? I wish I had the numbers right on snap to pass from the Giants game to the Eagles game, but I guarantee you it's about a second different, right? At a minimum. Howell's like, I gotta get this ball out early and often, and that's what he did, and he absolutely torched us for close to 400 yards, right? But that's exactly what they have been doing the last few years when Howell was there. When Heineke was there, Heineke did the same schmiz, right? He would get the ball out early, less than 2.5, right? It was like 2.28 to 2.43, I think, is what snap to pass what was for that game. That's hard to defend for any team, but that's what Aaron Rodgers does. That's what Tom Brady does when he faces a team that rushes quick and fast. He's like, I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out. Dump, 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 dump. And then when you sit back and you don't send pressure, right? You sit back in zone. You present something very easy for him to go find, and that's what he did. And that's exactly why he threw for as much as he did. That's the only way that I can explain the difference between the Giants game and the Eagles game with the Commanders. and that's it. That's the only way that I can think about it, honestly.
And they were upset. They were upset coming into the game because they lost really badly to the Giants, so they had something
I,
to prove.
I don't even know if it was upset. I think it's a solid game plan, right? I think Bieniemy deserves a lot more credit than he's given. I know he did most of the play calling in Kansas City, but I know Big Red, had ultimate authority. Um, and I think Ron Rivera good on him for being who he is as a coach. Um, he's a coach by proxy at this point. I think Eric Bieniemy is the offense. Um, they had a great game plan against us last time and this time. I think there's a very strong possibility that Bieniemy takes over this team within the next 2 weeks, right? But yeah, they give us trouble. But again, we're 11-3 against them, so I give them credit for what they did. They put a blueprint out, but I wouldn't put too much on that blueprint, right? Because there was a blueprint against Miami as well on exactly how we stop the number one offense in the NFL. So come on, Dallas.
A blueprint. We don't need a blueprint anyway. You know that
No,
is 8-3 versus the
you just want
Eagles.
folks
You know
to
that.
smother honey all over you, right? That's it. You just want honey.
Listen, listen,
You just want it to
listen,
be
listen.
sweet. You just want it to be a sweet game, innit?
No, Dak Prescott understands that no matter what he says, the Eagles are gonna come after him. So why not just say, "Hell, put the honey over me"? Then the
Yep.
Grizzly Bear put it on. Let's go, because he knows it's gonna be a battle. He's not hiding from it. He
I know.
understands, and I
I
don't
know.
blame him.
I know. I heard that statement, and you have two trains of thought. You have people that are like, I get it. I get exactly what he's saying. And you have people, and even Molly Shannon said today, it was like, I don't know if that's the right choice of words that you would put on that, like
Man, the
smother
hell,
honey on me. I know,
man, I
right?
don't pay them no mind. You know, I tune them out anyway because they're gonna say whatever they're gonna say. I
I
tune
mean,
them out.
Zeke's
It's
not
the
there,
Eagles.
and you don't have phallic pistols, being purchased from, stores and whatnot anymore. I get it, right? But, but when you got a dude talking about pouring honey on me, okay, bro. And then Micah, I mean, good for Micah saying that, Philly is the best team in the NFL, right? He recognizes it. Dak don't want to do it. I get it. We'll see.
But see, that's the thing. Parsons has a podcast, and that does not. But
Yeah.
that didn't say anything wrong.
No,
He's
no, no,
giving you
no.
guys
Not
props
at
though.
all.
You
He
are
didn't
the
say
Grizzly
anything
Bears
wrong.
right now. You're the Grizzly
He
Bears,
said
and he's great.
exactly what I
That's
would
all.
expect him to say.
That's all. He's the leader. He's the leader of the team. I
He
mean, hey,
said
listen.
exactly what I would expect him to say.
It's a divisional
Pour some
game.
honey on me, right? I want all the smoke, right? That's what he said.
That's right. That's
He
it.
all he said is, I want all the smoke. Bring all the smoke from all the bears. Bring it to me, right? And that's great. That's great. But if y'all take that L,
Hey, listen.
that
Don't forget.
smoke, that smoke gonna linger.
Don't worry about it. We play you guys again. See, that's
You
the
do.
the beauty of it. We
You
play you
do.
guys again.
At home.
So that's why he can say what he want to
At
say right
home.
now because he knows it's a divisional game and we play
Yep.
the Eagles twice. That's the beauty of
Here's
it
the
all.
problem. Here's the problem with that, right?
What is it?
You're already 2 games down. We have not lost a division game. If you lose this game, not only do you go 3 games down to us, right? And in the overall, but you go 2 games down in the division, bro. Like the road is hard for you guys to come
It's
back
hard for
from.
you guys too. Listen, we play the Giants after you, the Panthers, and the Commanders after we play the Eagles.
I mean, that's
Listen,
fair.
your
That's
murderous
fair.
row is crazy though. So
That's fair.
listen, it's
That's
one
fair.
game.
But who do we have after this? We
You
play
got you
Dallas. We
gonna
go
have
on
a
our
bye.
bye. Then we come back against San Francisco. Then we play Kansas City, and then Buffalo, and then you guys again, right?
Listen, you remember it was back in 2020. Remember? Oh no. Hold on, no. It was before that. Or was it? We were 3-5. We played y'all on Sunday Night Football. You know it was up by what? 2.5 games against us. Remember that? We were coming to
What was
Philly.
this?
We were when we just traded for Amari Cooper. We just traded. It was 2018. 2018. We were 3-5, and we played y'all. Y'all had a 2-game lead on us, and we wound up beating you guys and winning the division that year. So anything is possible. 2018, we traded for Amari. It was on Sunday Night Football.
The post Super Bowl, Carson Wentz shenanigans.
Listen, it doesn't matter. We were
Dak
Prescott we were in a bad situation because we just let go Dez in the offseason and we didn't have a number one, so we went out and traded for Amari. And we were down. So this is why Dak can say what he wants, because he said, listen, I've been to Philly before. I've won in Philadelphia before. You know what I'm saying?
He's 1-1 in Philly.
Well, listen,
realistically, he's 1-1 in Philly.
Oh, here we go with the realistically. What does his record state? He's 8-3 versus the Eagles. And he's not afraid of the Eagles. Like, nobody's afraid of the Eagles. We're not afraid of the Eagles. They're division rivals.
We want the smoke, we're going to get the smoke.
8-3.
That's just how it goes.
We competitive. Listen, we've been doing this against the Eagles for a long time, the Giants.
Yes, it's 1960.
So that's how this is how we do. We know what's going to happen. Yeah. So that's why all the stats go out the window.
Like 8-3 is a flex, though.
But that's his record. That's his record. It ain't a flex. That's his record, though. That's his record. So we gonna listen. Don't forget, had your head coach.
You're gonna put it as his record is 8-3 and leave it as that. Yes. Right. Dak has done well, but if there's a singular comma and anything else is said beyond that, bro, that 8-3-ish goes out the window.
Just like your coach wearing that beat Cowboys week, right? He better not wear that shirt ever again.
He ain't never gonna wear that again. He knows better. He knows better.
So this is what I'm saying.
He knows better.
Listen, we gonna come out.
That's extracurriculars, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with the actual game itself.
Yeah, sometimes you need that bulletin board material. You know what I'm saying? That bulletin board be like, oh, that's what we doing right now? All right.
You don't think that honeybee bowl-ish is the same thing?
And it's just pour honey on me. Let's get the smoke. Just the honey. I
guarantee. Man, we're gonna do some Cajun cooking chef type ish right here, right? I guarantee there's gonna be some honey on that sideline right now. This weekend.
We're gonna see.
There's gonna be some honey on that sideline.
All right.
Somebody's gonna pour out some honey.
Come on out here. Put that honey on us.
So I saw we opened at 2.5 at home. And I think the over under was 42.5. Where are you on it?
I haven't even looked at it. When it comes to point spreads, I don't even look. It's the Eagles and Cowboys. I don't look.
We do this every week, bro. How you gonna talk about you don't look at it?
When it comes to the Eagles and the Cowboys, I don't look at it.
Oh,
I haven't even. Where's my paper? I ain't even look.
This game.
Because it's Tuesday. I ain't even look. I'm like, you know what?
So we opened at 2.5 favorite at home. 42.5 over under in Philly.
But the line's going to change. The line's going to change. It's going to change from now until
Don't worry about the over under. 2.5.
I ain't worried about that at 2.5. So a field goal.
Field goal.
Listen, I'm going to say it again. The team with the least amount of penalties and turnovers will win this game. That's the keys to the games for the Cowboys. Reduce the penalties. Dak Prescott, don't try to do too much and turn the ball over. Pollard, do not run scared between the tackles. Don't turn the ball over like you did against the 49ers, and we could beat Philadelphia Eagles.
So
have a balanced game plan. Let's have a balanced game plan when we have the ball against the Eagles. On defense, don't be overly aggressive.
That's what I was waiting for.
Don't be overly aggressive and read your keys, right? Okay. Don't be like the 49er game and just be all over the place. Breathe. Read your keys, because we didn't do that against the 49ers. The Eagles, we
No.
have to. I don't care if Jalen is wearing a knee brace. He's still going to run. I know Jalen.
No.
He went to the University of Alabama. He's a tough dude. You
He's
think
not
that
gonna
knee
run.
brace going to stop him from running? No.
Yes.
Shit. He's going to be out there trying
He
to
didn't
scramble
run
too.
last week.
He didn't
And you
have
know
to.
He
He had
didn't need
Forbes.
to.
He had a 175-pound cornerback taking A.J. Brown. I wouldn't have to run either.
I
He's
mean,
175 pounds. I said, wait a minute.
Why are you lining up a cornerback that weighs 175 pounds against a beast like A.J. Brown?
Who came up with that idea on defense?
I get it, right? But you have to look at the front four of Washington as they were, not as they are, right? Because they got rid of Sweat and Young today, right? But those four dudes putting that amount of pressure on that O line forced Jalen to move in the pocket, right? So by him moving in the pocket uncomfortably, I might add, um, forced him to do what he did. He only rushed like 6 times, technically, in the game, like 6 times, not nowhere near what he normally does, right? And again, that's because of the bone bruise on his knee, which happened week one. Week one. Let's not forget.
Hopefully, it's just a bone bruise and not a
It
meniscus
is.
tear.
It is. It's just a bone bruise. It happened week one. It happened on the play where he got hit uh, by I think it was the safety from New England that caused the fumble week one. And it's just not had a chance to heal completely. So he's been playing on it as it was. I can't see any other hit that he's taken between weeks 2 and weeks 5 that would have been, the reason why he's having the issue on his left knee. I thought it was his right knee, and it was the odd scramble against LA to the right where he like kind of rolled his ankle, and it was weird. Um, excuse me, but no, week one, which I mean that's cause for concern because we're 8 weeks later and he's still feeling it. But um, we have DeAndre Swift. We have Kenny Gainwell. We have Boston Scott, who we haven't really used very much. Um, the RPO game, PRO game, been here or
Yeah, I know
there.
your running game wasn't too effective last week, but
But
hey, A.J. Brown was over there against a 175-pound cornerback, eating them for
yeah,
lunch, dinner, and breakfast.
I get it. All right. And my problem with the running game is we did not test them early, right? So Washington is not good against the run, and we did not test them early. It's like Brian Johnson decided we're going to pass first half. We're going to pass. We're going to pass. We're going to pass. We're going to pass. In the second half, they came out and they decided to run the ball, right? And then they're running dives. They're running, counters. And then all of a sudden, that opens up everything, for play action. And then over the top. And it was just like, bro, what are y'all doing? Why are you waiting an entire half to decide whether or not you want to run the ball? You can't decide whether or not you want to run the ball against Dallas. You're going to have to run it. You're going to have to run it early. You're going to have to run it often, right? Swift is going to have to make some in between the tackle runs, right, and get in there, right? We're going to have to make sure that we understand exactly where Micah Parsons is lined up, right? And if he's sitting back, you run directly at him.
We got
Directly.
something for that. We're going to move him
Directly.
around.
Cool.
We're going to move him around. We're going to
Cool.
put Sam Williams over there a little bit.
Run
move him around. Let him play
directly
linebacker
at
a little bit.
his ass.
I know. We
Right?
talked about that too. I said, listen, he can't line up against Lane Johnson on a repeated basis. You're going to have to move him around because Lane Johnson neutralizes him. So
You know what he's going to have to do? He's going to have to do exactly what he did last week against LA, and he's going to have to line up in a 0 or a 1A technique.
You don't have to.
If he runs in a 1A technique, we have a Hall of Fame center.
Listen,
A
we
Hall
got
of
something
Fame
for
center.
that. We don't have something for that.
I'm telling you, but
We're gonna have something for that. Listen, you act like we didn't beat Philadelphia already with the same cast of characters. You know what I'm saying? We have. But
You
this is what I'm
have.
trying to tell you.
You
This is what I'm
have.
trying. And y'all went to the Super
However,
Bowl last year.
right? However,
Comma.
this isn't Shane Steichen's offense, dude. This is Brian Johnson's offense.
Don't
Right?
matter.
And for everybody in Eagles Nation, right? Eagles Nation has given Brian Johnson so much trash for how he's done this year. You know who the number one team in the NFL on red zone efficiency is?
Yeah, it's the Eagles.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's the Eagles.
You know who
We
the
know
number
that.
one rushing offense the number 3 rushing offense in the NFL is, right?
We know it's the Eagles,
Philadelphia.
bro. We
Yeah.
know the Eagles.
Yeah.
I've watched tapes.
Your
I know what you guys
defense,
are capable of
your
doing.
defense is gonna get put to the test.
I don't mind the smoke. This is what we listen. We already were tested already against the 49ers. The 49ers have a great
You were
bunch of
not tested
characters on
against the
their offense.
49ers.
Listen.
You were put to
we
bed by the
did.
49ers.
Listen.
Y'all were put to sleep
Because
early.
Because the 49ers took that game a little bit more personally than we did. And I'll be honest with you. We had no emotion in that game. We just showed up. This game, we're going to have emotion and we're going to show up. We're going to smack y'all in the mouth and you're going to smack us. That's the difference. We know who we playing. The 49ers, we came out there, okay, bam, bam, bam. We didn't respond. Against the Eagles, we want y'all to get the ball first so our defense can be on the field first, just like last year.
Yeah.
That's what we want. We want because we need to make a statement. We need to make a statement. We do on defense to show you that 49ers game was an anomaly. That's what we need to show you.
There's enough tape from the 49ers and beyond. I mean, throughout the year, right? There's enough tape out there to show exactly what your tendencies are. And look, I love Dan Quinn. I'll give mad respect to Dan Quinn for what he's done for that defense. He's been phenomenal. But there is enough out there this year for us to understand exactly what your tendencies are. And even if you decide to throw some exotics in there, it's not going to be enough to stop what we have.
So I can say the same thing about Philadelphia. We got tape. We got the Jets game. We got the Tampa game. We got the Redskins game or Commanders game. We got the Patriots game.
The Redskins game, honestly, should be.
We got the Miami game too. Miami just didn't capitalize on that. So you have tape. There's tape as well, bro.
I wouldn't look at the Miami game, right? Because Miami's the number one offense in the NFL, and we absolutely stifled them, right? If I were you, I would look at exactly what Washington did, right? I would become dink and dunk Dak for this week.
It's the West Coast offense. That dink and dunk, man, listen.
That's
Joe
exactly
Montana
what works.
made a living off of that. That's the West Coast offense, that dink and dunk. Tom Brady won 7 rings because of it. So let's stop that. First of all, I'm telling you right now.
I'm not against it, right? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You,
first play action pass, and I'm running Cooks on a 9 route. Just to open that mother freaker up a little bit against y'all. I'm sending Cooks on a 9 route. 9 route.
On
play
where?
Action pass. We get the ball. If we get the ball,
where's he lined up?
He on the outside.
The
on
Y?
The 9 route, he's going to be in the inside.
Or the Z?
Outside. Either one doesn't matter.
Man, if he's on the Z, he's got a problem.
Doesn't matter. Why?
If he's got a Z, he's on Slay. Slay's balling.
Man, Slay, listen.
If he's on the X,
come on.
Maybe.
Nah.
If he's on the X,
Slay can be had.
And that's only because Bradbury is suspect.
Slay, listen. Slay got beat last year when it was 3rd and 30. Remember that?
Come on. Don't.
Remember that?
You're really going to go back to that? Slay did not get beat on 3rd and 30, bro.
Listen.
That was not the play call, my guy.
Listen, Slay got beat.
That was not the play call, my guy.
What are you going to say? Oh, it was the safety spot because the safety didn't come over
yes!
there. I'm telling you right now, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm going to open up a little bit. Send him over there.
Please, God.
It doesn't matter.
Please,
send Cooks
please, God.
Send Cook
God.
deep. Y'all giving Slay too much credit
Send
right
Cooks on
now.
a
Send
9
his
route
ass.
from the Z, right, against Slay with the milk missile sitting there waiting for him.
Oh my God. No, because what's gonna happen is that we're gonna send a tight end at your milk missile. We're gonna send Ferguson over there, or
Ain't
my
nobody worried about
man
Ferguson.
Hendershot gonna be back.
Back too. We gonna see, and that's the thing. If you're not worried about the tight end, you guys can be beat over the middle. I'm
The
telling you
problem
right now.
is you haven't utilized them enough for us to be concerned with what they do. It's not in your play call.
It
Those dudes are
is.
literally chipping blocks, and that's it.
Listen, no, our tight end Jake Ferguson last week had one of the best
I
tight
wish I had
ends.
my
I mean,
computer
the
in front of
best
me, bro.
TDs that we had from a tight end in a long time because he went right down the seam, and that play has been open for the last 2.5 weeks. We just didn't capitalize on it. Y'all sleep on that play if you want to. The middle's going to be wide open against Philly, and he's going to eat.
If we run cover two, absolutely.
He going to eat.
But
He going to eat.
we're not. I'm telling you, you're not going to see a lot of cover two.
Okay. We're going to see what we're
You're
going
going
to
to see a
see.
lot of hybrid. You might see a bit of cover three. You're probably going to see a bit of cover four, depending on down and distance, right? But I think you're going to see a lot of hybrid coverage, right? And that's going to absolutely dictate the game.
You're going to see a lot of screen passes, too. You're
I
going to see a lot of
expect that.
screen passes.
I expect
You're going
that.
to see a lot of screen passes.
I expect
Just
that.
watch.
Honestly, and again, that's why I'm saying, right? If I'm saying we're gonna see a lot of cover three, we're gonna see hybrid, or we're gonna see cover four. I expect to see some screen passes
But why are y'all
down
going to run a
short.
cover four? Cover four for what? Cover four?
It depends. It all depends on down and
Man.
distance. Again, it all depends on down and distance, right? But if you guys are talking about you're gonna run a lot of screens, please, by all means, let me run a hybrid cover three, right? It's not going to be easy for you
Boy, give me that code. All right, y'all
because,
can run
and the
a lot
reason
of
I
different
say that, right,
variations out
like
of a screen.
N'Kobe Dean, right, and this, I think this is probably one of those games where N'Kobe Dean is probably going to show out really well, right, because N'Kobe Dean is not a north-south linebacker, right. N'Kobe Dean is an east-west guy,
I know,
right,
I know it.
big
He's
time.
a Georgia
He
dude.
is
You know I'm a Bama dude.
quick,
I know all
right.
about him.
This kind of game, the way you guys are schemed out and the way you guys tend to move the ball, right? You don't deviate too far from it, right? If you see a cover two hybrid or a cover three hybrid, say we're running a 5-2, right? You guys are going to want to run a screen, right? But if you got Cunningham and Dean out there and Dean is able to run freely, brother, I'm telling you now, Dean could be the leading tackler of this game and is going to make your
He gonna
life
get run over. He
absolute.
gonna get run over.
He
This
don't
ain't
need to be
Georgia and
run over.
Alabama.
All
He
you got
gonna
to
get
do is
run
just
over.
wrap the legs.
He
You got to
gonna
get
get
at
run
the
over.
ankles.
This ain't Georgia, Alabama, bro. He gonna get run over.
He don't
Rico
need to
gonna
be
run
run
him
over.
over. Rico
He's
gonna run him
quick.
over. 40 ounce gonna run
It's
him
not
over.
a stand-up game.
Man,
Listen,
listen.
let me wrap, right? Let me wrap you at the ankles. Let's go for
Hey,
the next
gang
down.
tackle.
Go.
You're gonna gang tackle him.
Gang tackle nothing. Hey,
Listen,
We're gonna show some
Tyler gonna
deviation.
play this week or no?
who?
Tyler.
Yeah, all my
Your left
Smiths gonna
tackle.
play this week. Yeah,
Tyler
Tyron's
Smith
gonna
gonna
play.
play?
Tyron could
Tyron?
have played this Sunday. Tyron could have played Sunday, but they
Okay.
said let's hold him out because he has stingers.
Okay.
DeMarcus Ware had stingers too, so did Romo. So we already know about the stingers.
I ain't worried
But
about
don't worry, is Jalen Carter playing this weekend?
it. Yup.
With his bad back, he gonna play?
Yup.
Okay.
MRI came back clean, my guy.
Okay,
He's good
good.
to go.
I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing.
You know I'm not gonna give you a
I
no
don't want to hear
excuse.
nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Is your guard gonna come back? The one that's
Who?
been out? What's his? I forgot the guard's name. But he's been out since
the one that's been on IR?
Two? Yeah, he coming back?
Yup.
Okay, I don't want to hear nothing.
Opeta by Tyler Steen. Have a seat.
I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear anything, no excuses.
Yeah.
Because we gonna bring it too. We gonna
You
bring
know
it
what the
too.
difference
We
is in the
not.
run game when he's off and when he's not?
Listen, Marquise Bell. Just remember the name Marquise Bell right now, and Wanye Thomas. Wanye Thomas and Marquise
What's
Bell.
Wanye Morris gonna do? He gonna sing me some lullabies?
Wanye Thomas, he
Wanye,
might gonna sing
Wanye
some
Morris
Boys
gonna
and
sing me
Men.
some lullabies?
He might sing some Boys and Men to you, brother. We don't know. But all I'm saying is that
Some
listen,
Motown Philly? Some
Listen,
Wanye Morris gonna sing some Motown Philly?
match Philly. You gotta match Philly when we on defense with speed and aggression.
that's
Hey.
how you beat Philly. Speed and aggression. That's why
Mazzy
I don't
gonna
want
play?
Wilson out there, and I damn sure don't want Lewis out there. Nah.
Is Mazzy gonna play?
Who?
Mazzy. Exactly. Who?
Mozzie, you talking about Mozzie gonna play? Mozzie gonna play? Mozzie, listen, we only need Mozzie
Basura.
to take up space. Because that's what he was doing in
That's all
Michigan.
he's doing
We
is
just
taking
need
up
him.
space on the
We
roster.
just need him to take up space. That's all he is. He's
He
not
is
like
good at
Jalen
that.
Carter.
He
Jalen
is
Carter's
good
a
at
beast.
that.
He's totally different than Jalen Carter. And
I agree.
our fans need to understand that. He's totally different than Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter was the best defensive player on Georgia like 2 years in a row, and he was coming off the bench.
Yep.
I watch the games. I'm an Alabama fan. I watch the games. So it's a little different. Mozzie's just different. We just need him to plug the holes. We have linebackers to fill that. We just need you to plug the holes. Swift need to get hit hard because he hasn't been hit hard yet. Because you know he breaks. He's brittle. He can break. We just need to break him a little bit. We need to be physical.
He's got those smooth shoulders though.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's why when's the last time he played a full year? That's what I'm saying. We need to make him feel it.
I mean,
give him a shoulder.
Was that environmental?
I don't know what it is. All I can tell you is we need to be physical at the point of attack. This is not going to be the 49ers.
All I can say is Buddy had the highest earned yards per average, over the last
he's
couple
good.
years.
Right now, he's eating. He's eating. I watched the game against Minnesota. That's another thing. I watched the Minnesota game, too. Mm-hmm. And there's some holes, and I'm like, damn, there's a lot of holes out here. Cousins is out here balling. I'm like, dang. So you can't exploit the defense. I'm just saying it's going to be a good game.
I can't wait, bro.
I'm watching it with actually Wayne Charles.
Are you?
I'm watching it with him, in White Plains. I'm going to White Plains to watch the game this weekend.
Nice.
Against all with some Cowboy fans and Eagle fans. Watch the game, pleasant environment. It's going to be cool. Yeah. It's going to be cool. There's a lot of Eagle fans in White Plains all of a sudden too.
I believe it.
I'm like, man, all these Eagle fans coming with their little chants and all this other stuff. So it's
I
going
get
to
it
be
down
a good
here,
game.
bro. I get it down here, man. Trust me.
I'm like, damn, there's a lot of Eagle fans. I'm like, really? Oh, okay. All right. So listen, this is going to be a hard-fought game, and I'm just looking forward to a close, competitive game. It's going to come down to a field goal. It's going to come down to basically who makes the mistakes first, either Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts. Which quarterback is going to make the mistake first, or running back or whoever? That's what it's going to be about.
What are you looking at? If you had to pick a score right now, what are you looking at?
Cowboys 27, Eagles 21.
27-21. Based on everything that I've seen, because I think this can come down to a tush push or two, or a brotherly shove, or like we saw last week, a brotherly
I saw that too.
Sweep.
I saw that.
Sweep?
Yeah, I saw that. I watched the game. I was scouting.
If I had to really guess, right, and this I don't see it. 27-31 Philly.
See, I think we're gonna hold Philly down this time. I think we understand the concepts of their offense a little bit more this time than last year. And the 49er game taught us a lesson. The 49er game had to teach us a lesson. Watch out for the misdirection. Don't be overly aggressive. Just don't be overly aggressive.
So I don't know if the 49er game taught you enough, right? I think the LA game taught you something, right?
LA game.
I think the LA game this last week, the Chargers.
Oh, you're talking about the Charger game we played
Yeah,
against the
the
Chargers
LA
because we
game,
played
right?
against
I think
we
the
played
LA
against
game.
Chargers and the Rams.
Well, the last week, the LA game this last week, I think that taught you a couple different ways for you guys to use alignments to force disadvantages. Um, but at the same time, there's enough tape study that I don't know if that's going to be enough for you. Um, I just think the your defense, I think, is everything that we have to be concerned about, right? Not so much your offense, because your offense statistically middle of the road, right? It is what it is. Your defense is balling, right? So if we're able to take advantage of your aggressiveness or the play calling or the scheming, shading that you guys do, I think we have a far better chance at walking away with it at home than you guys having to depend on your offense to make this a close game.
Listen, don't sleep on the offense because we're going to show you a little
Yeah, but
bit
your offense
different
hasn't been
variations of certain
nothing to
things.
be concerned about.
Really? Wow.
No, no,
Wow.
they're not.
Wow. Listen, Mike
Statistically,
McCarthy.
no.
See, statistics are one thing, right? But Mike McCarthy, the last couple of games, he's been calling more aggressive plays. This is
Okay.
what I'm telling you. We are going to get vertical on you guys. I am
Okay.
telling you right now, we're going to get vertical. We're not going to have you guys stack your line 5 yards and everybody, no, bracket coverage. No, we're going to get vertical. You watch. It's going to come from
I
different
implore it.
sources.
I
Hey,
love it.
listen.
I
You
love
got to
it.
still guard CD Lamb, though. Who's going to
I
guard
love
CD?
it.
We're going to put him in motion. We're going to put him in the
Where's he
backfield.
lining?
We're going to put him X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D. We're going to put him all over the field. We're going to put CD Lamb all over the field, bro.
Okay.
We are. And then Cooks is going to do the same thing. We know that we've been a little bit, let's say, vanilla. We've been really vanilla the first 4 games of the season.
9 weeks of the season. Yeah, I get it.
But it's 18 week season.
That's
So
fine.
of course you
That's
have
fine.
to progress. You have to progress. Right now is not the time anyway you want to get hot. You want to get hot third and fourth quarter of the season. We're going into the third quarter. So now it's the time for us to get hot. Don't get hot.
Yep.
Don't be hot right now, scorching like the 49ers and they lost 3 in a row. Now's the time Now's the time you start getting hot. You start to make little adjustments to your game plan on offense and defense, and that's what we're going to do. That's what Mike McCarthy's been doing. So I'm saying to myself, the only person now we need to get going is Gallup. If Gallup can't, sit him down. Gallup right now is a weak link of our offense.
No.
He's weak. He's the weakest link of our offense right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, he can't catch cold right now. I'm like, get him out. And it's going to be bad because there are plays that he's going to be open, but Dak Prescott may not want to go to him.
And
I'm just telling you.
That's a problem. If you're only running an X and a Z, right?
Turpin. Don't forget about Turpin. Turpin could come in.
I'm not concerned about Turpin, right?
What?
I'm not.
Okay.
He's good at returning, right? He's good. He's a special teams guy. I give him that. He's got it. He got his just dues this last week on special teams. That's it.
He's a playmaker in space
X,
too.
And you have a Z. That's it. and the Z, right, is essentially your Y.
Listen.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong or no?
You're right, but we're gonna have them be interchangeable. Right. This is why. Listen,
Gallup.
I'm not putting any faith in him, but Tolbert could come in and run those plays. If you sleep on Tolbert, on fourth wide receiver or Turpin to come in and not produce, don't sleep on them. I'm just saying, don't sleep on them.
What are you expecting from him on the route tree.
Which one?
Be
Tolbert can
be
run
on
the
a
route
be on
tree.
a 5 route, right? What are you expecting from Tolbert? What are you
Tolbert is
expecting
more of a
from any of
gadget player.
any of those guys beyond a 5 route?
No, Tolbert is a
Realistically,
gadget player. He's a gadget player, right?
right?
But
So you're not expecting much of them beyond a 5 route, right?
that's
Which
Tolbert, though. I mean,
all
no,
that
Turpin.
does it
Turpin is the only one that, he's a specialty player. But Tolbert can run the route tree. He can run the route tree.
again. He's a 5 route guy, right? I don't expect much of him beyond a 5 route guy. I don't expect him to run 7s, 8, 9s, or even 10s, right? Sluggers,
Why?
right? Because it's not in your repertoire, right? It's
How do
not
you
what you guys do.
know? He
You
hasn't
don't
shown it yet.
trust
Mike
him.
McCarthy hasn't shown
You
it
don't
yet.
trust him to run those routes.
Listen,
You don't
We're 8
know.
weeks into the season. If
but
he hasn't run that route yet, you don't trust him to do
What?
it,
Listen.
right? Which plays into the hands of our linebackers, which is perfectly fine with me.
we have a tight ends for that. Don't worry, but we got tight ends for that.
Who?
I'm not worried. I'm telling you right now.
That's where your 7 routes come in.
Jake from State Farm is going to be wide open a lot of the time because you guys are sleeping on Jake. You sleeping from Jake from
No.
State Farm. Jake Ferguson is going to have listen, on offense, he might be the player of the game because he's going to be open. He's going to be open a lot because you guys are going to be focused on Cooks and CeeDee Lamb and Pollard out the backfield, and you're going to leave Jake wide open.
I'm not worried about the backfield.
I'm putting
I
that on.
promise you that.
I'm writing it down, and with my initials, Jake from State Farm will have a big game. And he's going to have his own commercial after this game.
Look, I can't say I'm concerned about the backfield only because our front 4 is enough to contain, right? Pollard is good, right? He's been a good back. He was a fantastic change of pace back. He is still a change of pace back. He's not a lead, right? Deuce Vaughn.
Nah, Deuce Vaughn don't even play right now.
Not only can we not see him, but we can't see him.
No,
right?
you won't see him. You'll be inactive.
I can see above him, right? Because he's tiny, right? He thought he was Mighty Mouse version 2, right? Darren Sproles, reincarnate. No, sir. But Dowdle he's not even half the secondary back that Pollard was behind Zeke, right? So I'm not concerned about your running game. I'm not concerned about your guys going out into the flat, right?
Really?
I'm not. No, I'm not. So we can have our linebackers key in on your tight ends, right? Which
I hope they think just like you're
it
thinking
makes
right
me
now.
nervous. It makes me nervous, right?
Lord.
Because I don't like the way N'Kobe Dean works north and south, right? Like I said, he's a great east and west linebacker, but he's not great north and south. He's not there. He needs support from over the top from the safeties. I don't like that, right? So maybe that gives me some pause. But if that middle is the only thing that bothers me, I'll take that all day, right? Because we'll adjust.
Listen, if I was a Cowboys, I was telling the same thing to Nikki and Fox. I said I would throw a little wrench in the game plan. I would have Rico actually start and bring Pollard off the bench because Rico
You don't want to do that neither.
Rico runs. Actually, he finishes his runs, and he's a great pass blocker, right?
But where's he gonna run?
What you mean he gonna run into y'all?
Where is he gonna run? Is he gonna run off tackle? Is he gonna run dives?
We're
He's
gonna
gonna
run
run
off
comeback?
tackle dives. We're gonna run sweeps.
No.
We're gonna run everything.
No.
Dude, listen. What you mean no? What you mean no?
No.
Listen, we have to be
There's
physical
too much
at the point
pressure.
of attack anyway. We have to be
Too
physical
much
against
pressure.
you guys. What pressure?
There's too much pressure from our front 4 and that
Oh,
rotation.
God. Didn't the Jets beat y'all with a running game too?
Who?
Didn't the Jets run effectively against you guys? Didn't the Jets?
Did they?
Didn't the Jets run effectively against you guys?
Did they?
Yes, they did. They did. Listen, we just have to have
Is any
balance on
one of your
offense.
running backs Brees Hall?
No,
Okay. Enough
no,
said. Enough
no.
said. Enough
But
said.
Rico, he
Come
finishes
on
his
now.
runs and he's pretty powerful at the point of impact, right?
Rashad
He's a
Penny's pretty powerful, and he's our fourth running back.
yeah, but that's different though. That's different. That's different. He's not going to get as many carries as Rico's going to get
Rashad
versus.
Penny's inactive, bro. He ain't even played. He's inactive.
Man, when I was reading something, they said they should actually have him active during this game right here against the
I
Cowboys. That's
mean,
what I read, but I don't
if
know.
we can get Kenny Gainwell to get off his damn phone at halftime,
Well, hey, he's on his phone at halftime. He's not focused.
Lord, these
it's going.
players
It's
and their
going.
damn
Listen,
social media, bro.
all I know is that the middle of the field, the Cowboys been doing a better job exposing teams on the middle of the field, and we're going to do that against the Eagles with the tight end.
I'm
With the
curious.
tight ends,
I want to run those
CeeDee
numbers.
Lamb as well over the middle. We're going to have a lot of crossing routes for the Eagles too.
Mm.
We're gonna have some crossing routes for you guys. We're gonna have some outs. We're gonna have some digs.
I
We're gonna have
really
some
want that
digs.
over the middle, bro. I really want that over the middle. I really
Oh,
do.
dude, nobody's scared of
I
your
really
linebackers
want it.
over the middle,
I
bro.
really want it over the middle.
Okay.
Don't go to the
Okay.
sidelines. Just don't go to the
Okay.
sidelines.
Okay. You talking about over the middle? Okay. Jeff said over the sideline. I'm writing it right now. Jeff said over the sideline.
No, I want you to go over the middle. I want you to go to over the middle.
We're gonna go over the middle. Why we can't go over the middle though? Why we can't go over the middle? We have
No, no,
tight
no.
ends.
I want you to go over the middle to expose the inside. I want you to go over the middle.
Boy, you putting too much faith in the Kobe thing, and I'll tell you that right now.
He's East
You
West. He ain't even deep back.
listen, man.
Ain't it?
We
It got
listen.
nothing to do with N'Kobe Dean.
We gonna have some surprises for you guys. We're gonna have some surprises for you guys.
I hope so.
We're gonna have some
I hope Mike
surprises.
has some shenanigans. You know, and he's ready to go with it. And I hope Dan decides that he don't want to run the same stunts that he's been running every week, right? I want him to put Micah Parsons over the center again, like he did over LA this last week, and think that he's going to be able to get through with Micah Parsons over the center, like he did last week over Jason Kelsey. Please,
We're gonna
please,
have some
God, do
different
it. Please,
variations,
God,
bro.
do it. Just
We're gonna
do
have some
it.
different variations. Don't worry about where Michael Parsons is.
Run that.
You're gonna have to worry about D Law too and Sam I am Williams. You're gonna have to worry about them too.
I'm not worried about it.
Oh my God, I love the confidence, the
I love
overconfidence. I
it.
love
You
it.
know
I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
what I know about you guys, right? The Cowboys defensive front, right, is depending on where you are in the game and depending on where you are vis-a-vis the score, right? What your first step is tells me everything, right?
The
I want to
first step.
see your
Which first
first
step?
step. Your
Who's
first
first
step.
step? Which
Your
way? The defensive line, the
your
linebackers. Who?
defensive line first step tells me everything, right? If we're pressing, if we're moving forward, you guys have a problem. You're not going to stop us.
So you saying if you get to the second level, it's gonna be a hard. We're gonna have our work cut out for us. That's what you're trying to say. If you get to the second level, that's what
We
you're
don't
trying to
even
say.
need to get to the second level. If we beat you at the first level, right? Again, we are the best team in the NFL at sustained drives, third down conversions. Um, what was it? There was another one that I saw. I can't remember exactly what it is, but the way that we move the ball slowly, methodically, and with all this, you know, um, uh, excessive amount of strength that nobody has been able to stop. better D lines than what Dallas has, you're not going to stop us. We're just going to
You
move the ball.
know, you do know we can sustain drives as well. And
Oh, I
especially
know.
against your defense right now, it's not like your defense is top tier right
Oh, no,
now,
no.
bro.
Our pass defense,
It ain't. That's
self-admittedly,
what I'm
our
saying. If we
pass
can control the
defense
clock as
has
well,
been bad. Has been bad, right? But I also have to look at how bad has that defense been with the injuries that we sustain. And then when we bring new blood in, how does that change things, right? Kevin Byard, a Pro Bowler,
we played
is going to
against him before.
change
He's a
things.
Tennessee. We played against him before. I know who he is. We know who
Yeah,
he
he
is.
was dancing on the star. He don't get to dance on the star this
Man,
week.
please
Not
listen,
this
listen,
week.
listen.
I
That
get
was
Byron
when
Jones when I get Byron Jones came and like push him off the star, right? Like, hey,
that was the
get off,
first
get off.
game Amari Cooper played when we
Right.
traded for him. That's the first
But
game. That's the first game. It's all good. I know who he is. It's
Kevin
all
Byard
good.
understands. He's a Philly dude. He
I know.
understands.
You know. We know.
Understands. Right? We
Bring
get
him
Milt
on.
Missile back. We get Bradley Roby back this week. We get a lot of dudes back this week. I'm telling you, it's going to be a long week. It's going to be
For
a long
who?
week for the Dallas
For
Cowboys
who?
offense, bruh.
Listen, I'm not. Listen, the offense. I'm not worried about the offense. The offense is gonna give
You worried
you.
about your defense.
We're gonna have better creativity and more variations against the Eagles,
I
right?
get it. You're worried about your
We
defense.
are.
And I would
The
be too.
only issue I have is the off tackle plays and AJ Brown. We need to be physical against. As soon as AJ Brown catch that ball, you need to be physical against him. You gotta let him know that this is gonna be a long day.
It's not gonna be no easy day. You ain't catching 125
Oh,
without
no.
a fight.
You gotta be a little physical against him.
There's
You
nothing
have to.
about this game that's going to be easy, right?
Yeah,
This
you
this
gotta be
game is going to
physical
be
against him.
earned
Of
by
course.
every in every phase.
Even Dallas Goddard. His name is Dallas. Don't mean it this weekend. His name is Goddard.
Philly G.
Goddard this weekend.
His name Goddard. That's it. His name Goddard. No.
Philly
His name
G.
Goddard this weekend. It's gonna listen. It's gonna be a hard fought
I'm ready
battle.
for it, bro. I'm
We
so
are
ready
ready
for it.
for it. And it's
We
gonna be
could go back
65
and forth
degrees
about
too.
this for days, bro. Like you and I know if Nikki was here and if Sean was here and Mr. Cowboy was here, we could go into, I don't know if I can say this, Nat's ass detail about, you know, how this game's gonna end up. And I can't wait. But man,
I wish
come
Des
Sun,
Bryant would walk us out. That's what I want Des Bryant to
come
actually walk us
on.
out. That's right, because this is the type of game you want. This is the type of game that you want Des Bryant on your team. I'm being honest with you. I'm like, damn, can we just like have Des come out? Because this is the type of game Des Bryant loves. This is the type of game he loves. I'm telling you. This is that one time I was like, yo, I wish CeeDee Lamb would turn into Des.
That's the kind of thing where it was like, and we would know about it, right? Because we would hear about who's coming in and doing blah, 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 blah. If Dez was to walk you guys out, that'd be a Brian Dawkins game.
Hey, listen, but we wouldn't tell
Don't
nobody.
let, don't, you can't not
You can't.
tell anybody in Philly. Like, you have to
You can't
know.
say nothing. Brian, we don't know. Brian Dawkins may walk you guys out. We don't know.
Man,
Meek
I'm
Mill
telling
might
you.
walk y'all out again. Who knows? Meek Mill last year
Bruh,
on Sunday Night Football.
Football was out there rhyming, whatever.
it's not
Bradley
even
Cooper
Sunday
gonna
night.
be there.
And that's the problem. Like, how is this not the Sunday night game, man?
That's what I said
How did
too.
they not
I said the
make
same
this
thing.
Sunday? The daggone Bills, bro.
The Bills. I said the same thing. I was telling some of my fans. No, leave it on Fox. Leave it on Fox. I'm like, because they don't want Chris Collinsworth calling the game. Turn the sound off. Turn the
Man,
sound off. We don't care about him. It's
and
prime time.
I
Prime
gotta
time.
remember,
Everybody
like
else been played. For the
this
man.
last week. This last week was the worst game that I had this year trying to watch, right? Because my daughters had competitions for cheerleading um, every Sunday for the last, I don't know, 2 months, right? So for every Sunday during the season, I've been able to watch a game in its entirety from the comfort of my couch, except for this last one, and it drove me crazy. Man, let me tell you, I have been like stressing, thinking about how to make sure that I can make sure that my tail is home this weekend for this game. And I got buddies that are like, hey, Jeff, you want to come by? You want to come by and watch a game? Like,
See, I'm watching the sports ball. I'm watching the sports ball in White Plains. I done already told Wayne I'm coming through. Listen, this is the type of game that I wish
man,
we could go
enjoy, bro.
live, but I'm like, not this one. When we play Philly
Enjoy.
the second time, we going live. Because we
Enjoy.
went live, me and Sean went live last year. That Sunday night. We was live. And we was like, yo, what is Cooper Rush doing? We was like, come on, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
The lights was too bright for him. The lights will not be too bright for Dak Prescott. Not at all. Not at all.
I miss it, man. Like we had all my boys at the bar last year. It got nuts, and I think my buddy said he wants to put up, everybody to come up for the game this weekend. Maybe I'll come up there. I don't know, but I'm looking
It's the
forward to it,
Cowboys.
man.
It's the Cowboys.
It's
Y'all
the
hate
Cowboys,
us.
man.
Dallas,
Everybody's
we
up
hate
for
you.
this game.
Dallas, we hate you.
I mean, that's you saying that, right? That's
No,
Cowboys
no.
fans saying Dallas, we hate you. I get it, right?
I seen that.
That's you.
It's on TV. It's on
I went to work.
TV.
I stopped into work this week, and I saw some of my friends. I was like, hey, like, how are we? What's going on? Let's go. Um, yeah, it's going to be a fun week. Uh, yeah,
Of
man.
course, it's gonna be a fun week.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking forward to the blowback next week, where I
Listen,
can just.
the weather's good. That's another thing. It's gonna snow
Woo!
tomorrow, maybe. It might snow
Where?
here in the Northeast because it's coming from Chicago,
For real?
right? In Ohio,
That's
yeah,
what's up.
right. But I know Sunday is gonna be beautiful.
Okay.
65 degrees. Oh,
I don't know.
perfect
I don't know what
football
it
weather.
is here. I don't know what it is here. I mean, I'm way down south. I mean, it was like 80 degrees tonight, and it was comfortable when I was taking my kids out trick or treating. But yeah,
That's the South for you. That's the Southern weather right there. But up here in the
yeah,
Northeast, it's
it was
gonna be
nice.
cold. It's gonna be cold, but Sunday's gonna be great. Sunday's gonna be great.
I almost want to ask Alexa what's the weather going to be for the weekend, but I'm not
I
going
got
to
a
do it.
dream. I want the Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles to play in the NFC Championship game. I want us to play 3 times this year. I really do.
So right now, you guys would be playing Atlanta currently, right? Currently, you guys would be playing Atlanta. We would have the bye, and then it would be the winner of your game and San Francisco and who was it? Bless. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm on my phone, so I don't know. I don't
Nah,
know.
don't worry about it. Listen, it's still early anyway. It's
It
still
is
early.
early.
It's too early.
We're nearly halfway through the season.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's why. Listen, these games are big games. That's why.
They are.
Hopefully, like we talked about it. Me and Sean talked about it too earlier. Hopefully, that Cardinal game doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Hopefully, it will not. So what I told him was that means we're gonna have to beat somebody that we weren't supposed to beat, or we may be down and we got to come back and beat them, just to make up for that Cardinal game.
I mean, that's 2 divisional games though that you've dropped. That's a problem.
But we ain't dropping nothing.
What you mean?
We ain't dropping nothing this week. I know we lost to the 49ers and the Cardinals.
But you still lost 2 divisional games. So even if by some snowball's chance, right, y'all win this, you're still behind.
But it's all good though, because you see
your schedule. The last 8-9 games is crazy. Your schedule is bananas. Our schedule is hard.
Not the last 8-9 games. The next 4 or 5 games is interesting. Beyond that, like the last 3 games, we got New York, Arizona, and New York. Like,
see, I don't like the fact that the Giants traded their best defensive player.
Yeah.
And Danny Crimes, forget it. Danny Crimes is done. So they just giving the division away to either the Cowboys
They conceded. They
They
conceded.
did.
So did
Commanders.
Washington.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
That's crazy. So I'm like, you know what?
Exactly.
It's coming down to us two. It's coming
Yeah.
down to the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Yep. I mean, as it should. Let's be
Yeah.
really fair, as it should.
It's gonna be, if Hurts can make no mistakes and Dak can
Yep.
make any mistakes, it's gonna come down to the kickers. Which
Yep.
kicker's gonna be more reliable
And your
to
kicker
make
has
that
been
game-winning kick?
freaking fantastic.
That's what's gonna. If it comes down to a field goal, our field goal kicker's been lights out too. Yours has been
That's what I'm
lights
saying.
out
Like,
too.
your guy has been a baller. He's not missing Maher. He's whoever you had before that. Like, the
I'm
guy
glad
you
we
have
got
now
Auden
is
because
fantastic.
Maher, forget it.
Yeah. No, the kid you got now he's crushing it in like all respects due. Right? Like that kid's been absolutely balling.
Yeah,
Right?
he's
But
been doing his
he's
thing.
not JE.
But we're gonna see. Listen,
JE's clutch.
listen. There's no weather. You ain't gotta worry about that. Hopefully there's no college. Hopefully Temple's not playing Saturday to mess up the turf either. Hopefully Temple's not playing either. Listen, I want that turf to be nice and green. No spots on the turf.
Yeah.
Nice and green.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want. I want to see two physical teams play good football, and hopefully the refs are not going to have this ticky-tack calling penalties. I don't want to see that either. I want to see a nice, clean game.
I agree.
Clean game, but physical game. Two combative cats out there. Two combative teams, I should say, just getting at each other. That's it.
As it
NFC
should be,
East
man.
ball. That's what it is.
As it should be. Yeah,
That's
don't let the zebras get involved.
Mm-mm.
You know, keep New York and everybody else out of the game itself.
Who's calling the game anyway?
Let's have a good one.
I gotta see who's
Honestly,
calling
right?
that
Like
game.
we talk a lot of schmiz while we're on here. We talk a lot of schmiz, while we're not on here in other groups and whatnot, right? But let's have a good game, man. Like,
yeah, we're gonna have. It's gonna be a good game.
Let's have fun. Like these division games should be fun. As dirty as they may be, as heated as they may be, like it should still be fun for us.
Yeah, they always were fun before anyway. It was fun before when Vic was here, Deshaun Jackson was here. I wonder if D-Jack gonna be at the game. I haven't talked to him and seen him in a while. I wonder if he's gonna be at the game. That's gonna be interesting.
He was at the Miami game with a bunch of the guys.
But everybody's gonna be there though. Everybody's gonna everybody's gonna be at the game.
Give me some T.O., bro. Give me some T.O.
Nah, give me some Dez Bryant. Give me some Michael Irvin, goddamn. Yo, Michael Irvin, where are you? Michael Irvin, come out there. Forget about Dez for a minute. Give me Michael Irvin. You bring out Brian Dawkins, I want Michael Irvin.
Oh, man. I saw a fan tonight. A lady was rocking the old school 81 T.O. John. I was like, I love this. And I guess like her sister or her daughter was a Dolphins fan. I was like, hey, you got your chopsticks out here? Like, where we at?
Oh, no, you.
Yeah. I was like, I'm hungry, man. I want some sushi with all that dolphin right now.
I don't.
You know what? Come to think of it, I don't think T.O. is going to actually.
No, not for Fox. Fox is a little different. No, T.O. and Fox. No.
Yeah,
he's not going to be doing that pregame show coming out. Nah, it's on Fox. So it's a little different than actually NBC.
Who would run that game? Because I know Romo is CBS.
Olsen and that other guy, I can't remember his name, but I'm like, damn. I need Troy for this one. I need Troy and Joe Buck for this one.
I don't want to hear Troy, man.
Pat Summerall. Oh, Pat Summerall and John Madden. That's what I need.
Granted, Troy is substantially better than Chris Collinsworth. I get it. But
well, give me Romo. Let me have Romo and Jim Nantz.
You know what? I'll take a Romo game.
Give me Romo and Jim Nantz.
I'll take a Romo game on CBS. Yeah.
He's on CBS. Give me a Fox one of these days. Give me a Fox one of these days.
That's got to be That's got to be Olsen and I
Olsen
forget
and that
who
other
works
guy
with
is probably going to
Olsen.
call again. And oh,
But
That's
I
all right.
hate
That's all right, man. I'll take it.
but see, the thing is though, we're gonna be in a sports bar, so I don't know if they're gonna turn up the sound or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be at home. I'm not going nowhere. Maybe I'll be at my buddy's house, but even still, it'll be the broadcast, so I'm not worried about it.
It's gonna be a little different though. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
little.
man.
It's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a lot of emotion going on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of cursing going on.
Oh yeah. A lot of NSFW type ish.
And then Tuesday when you come back on the show, you better be on time.
Bruh. Hey, I'm gonna say it like this: win or lose, I'll be back Tuesday next week.
Tuesday.
We all be back
Tuesday
on
next
Tuesday
week.
talking about what
I'll be
happened,
back.
keys to the
Win
game.
or lose. Maybe the beard will still be here. Maybe the beard won't.
See, and that
I don't know.
this is when I wish that Zeke was here though too. I wish he was, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I thought we was gonna trade for him this afternoon, but we didn't. But hey, it is what it is.
Hey, we got our guy. We're good.
Yeah, yes, sir. So yo, it's almost 11:30, brother.
Yeah, man. I know. I saw the message from Sean like, hey.
Really, I ain't seen nothing. All I saw, I ain't seen nothing.
I seen it.
Really?
I know we got in. It was in the chat. Yeah, it was in the chat. I was like, he said, hey, need to wrap it up. Gotta go to bed.
All right, Joe, we gonna wrap. All right, then, man. Yo, thank everybody for coming out, man. Thank Jeff for being on the show tonight. We appreciate it, everybody. God bless. And let's go Cowboys Sunday night, man. I mean Sunday afternoon at 4:35, man. Let's go.
Go Birds.
All right. On that note, God bless and good night, everybody. Peace, my brother. All right,
All right,
later.
man, you too. Have a good night, bro.
You too.